All right. You're unmuted, Sugar Bear. That in mind.
Hello.
Oh, it's the Team Redeye Shitshow. Actually, should I let Horizons do the intro?
Yes. Horizons.
Horizons.
Do the intro.
Welcome, everybody, to the Team Redeye Shitshow, the only show on YouTube that actually makes fucking sense. Now here's your host, Fugitive Redeye.
Damn circus.
That was amazing.
All right, so in today's shit show, doing something a little different. I'm playing some of the Oblivion remake. Let's go with Apprentice because I don't know how this difficulty is going to be. And with this Oblivion remake that we're doing, we're also going to be talking
Clear your
about
screen too. I want to see you play it.
Okay, yeah. Let me screen share this. Yeah. But with this shit show, we are going to be talking about a few things. I mean, the Pope recently died. That's pretty crazy, right? On Easter, no less. And, or the day after Easter, right? And, when that happened, you know, Chishu actually, like, predicted it, kinda. Like, not directly, but this is one of the first times with one of his bullshit, prediction things that he does, right? That I was like, that's pretty freaky, right? Like, he's like, I feel something big and bad is coming, and then the Pope dies.
That happened to me when Queen Elizabeth II died. Like, I had, like, my heart was pounding real fast. Like, I knew something bad happened.
Prediction thing.
I honestly didn't care at all when she died.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I don't care when, like, most celebrities die. And the Pope's death itself didn't directly, like, affect me. But I'm just like, that is odd that he called that and stuff, you know? And, trying out the Oblivion remake, because it is on Game Pass. I do have Game Pass. I don't like the way a lot of these characters look.
65 years I've ruled as but for all these years, I've never been the ruler.
You're in prison, duh! Don't you see your freaking bars in front of your face?
But yeah, that happened. The new guys they have lined up to be Pope, don't look that good either. They look pretty bad, actually. Like with
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably just be like how Francis was, the leftist.
Yeah, but they seem worse. Like, honestly, also there's a lot of things that like like Pope Francis had some base stuff that he said too that kind of got suppressed, but he did say a lot of bad. Like, he was not the greatest Pope from what I can tell. Like, I'm not a Catholic. And I know Catholics themselves, don't like to speak ill of him because of how big of a thing he is. And I don't really know too much about the guy. I just know he was a lot more accepting of, like, stuff that was very, like, not Catholic, you know?
I mean, that's the way a lot of, like, Christians are now, where they're just like, oh, well, you know, the Christian thing to do is just let people think whatever they want to think and do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. And that brings me to, you know, talking about society, right? We live in a society! But,
we're losing our democracy!
But with
we're losing our democracy!
At
least
least now we got Easter back.
Yeah.
At least now we got Easter back.
By the way, how was everybody's Easter?
It was Easter. I enjoyed it.
My grandpa literally made me work on Easter.
I also had
on Friday. I went to.
I also watched WrestleMania 41. That was cool.
Oh yeah. Tell you what, Sugar. I did not watch WrestleMania 41. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, so you have something to contribute? How's that?
Oh yeah, sure. So basically, like, the biggest thing that stood out to me is that John Cena won against Cody Rhodes and won the title reign. And spoiler alert, you know. But, you know, he actually did ruin wrestling, as he said. So it's a pretty big deal. I didn't really mind the Travis Scott interference. I think that, like, you know, it was John's plan. He was, like, supposed to, like, subvert what the fans want. They wanted The Rock to be the final boss. But I actually like how Travis Scott was like the final boss. And Travis Scott, he's actually a pretty confident wrestler. Personally.
Alright. Well, something I find interesting here. They let you choose your origin as an orc now. Like you can choose 2 different origins for each of your races. So there's Stronghold, which is your fate was decided when you were born. As a member of Stronghold, you would serve your chieftain with honor and would make the orcs proud. I'm gonna try and make Kolak in this, my Oblivion character I did for my playthrough of the original game, because if I can make Kolak, then we know the character creator's still at least okay. But if I can't make Kolak, then we know it's absolute trash. Because there's still some shit I don't like about it, which we'll get to in a second. What's Orsinium? You are proud to have been raised in Orsinium, where you were trained to be a versatile warrior as possible. As such, you are better with magic than most other orcs. So I think Stronghold sounds better for my liking. Now look, this is it, look. Right? Type 1 and Type 2. Okay. Instead of male and female, they got Type 1 and Type 2. And you know the insult to that is, fucking female is Type 1.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Why the
That's
hell?
bullshit.
They make the inferior the Type 1?
Inferior.
So why do they... Oh, yeah, we can't call them male and female anymore, because... Oh, they're gonna get all that.
So, immediately right out the gate, you want to know what's inferior? Look at this skin tone slider. What the fuck? Why can't I do all the crazy shit you used to be able to do?
It doesn't look like nothing.
Well, no,
I can't even see a difference in the skin tone.
Yeah, that too, but what I'm getting at is there used to be like a fucking whole ass color palette that you could choose the red, green, and blue values and make it all sorts of crazy shit. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So
and everybody always said the character creation was like one of the things that they kept like good.
All right, now let's see if I can actually make Kolak. It doesn't look like I can, honestly.
Yeah, it's a good thing at Soul Calibur 6, like, the character creation in that game is really good. And man, I really want another Soul Calibur game.
This sucks.
I think it's dumb that people always talked about the Oblivion character creation and said it was like one of the worst examples of character creation, when I always thought it was fun. Like, I think it's good that you can like make all these kinds of crazy faces.
Yeah,
I agree.
I only wish Edge Master would come back in a new Soul Calibur game, but also, doesn't this orc in this game doesn't it remind you guys of
Honestly, I have more fun with Oblivion's character creation than Skyrim.
I agree.
I personally think Skyrim's boring, but that's just me.
I mean, I think it's like a pretty good I think they should have done more with like Viking stuff with the Nords.
Yeah, basically open world games. It start for me. Out in the wild. Here's the kingdom. Nothing else.
Also, it's really funny, Corbin, that in the background we just hear because the demons.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way like Angela grunted, it sounded like Max from Mighty Max and Day of the Cyclops.
Turn down Doom. I'm trying to hear Oblivion.
Look at this. This is the eyes are barely fucking moving. They're not going up and being as crazy as they were. So for comparison, should I pull up how Kolak looked in like original when I made him?
Sure.
Yeah, I will in a second. Because I'm trying my best to make him as, like, we're getting kind of a thin face. But again, he's not like the super fucking pale that I had him before, you know?
Also, like, the orc, like, he does, like, look like, does any of you guys look like some actors? I'm trying to think of the name of, one actor who's playing a character that, like, had a really, like, giant nose. Anyone, this might be like a certain actress,
I don't know.
You know, I think the PS3 version of Doom is more fun than the Xbox version.
Okay.
I noticed there's a lot of, like, there's difference in, like, the sound and, like, a slight difference in the gameplay.
What do you guys think about Doom 64?
Oh, I like Doom 64, yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. The only non-2016 Doom I've played is, the original Doom, and I respect it more than I like it. But I am excited for Doom Dark Age.
Oh, I love the original. Like the original Doom is. I love it.
It's a bit like, you know, it's a little bit too tedious and a little bit
Tedious.
too...
That's a bad take.
Well, there's like a lot of like walking around.
How is it tedious?
Why do I hear
There's,
Doom
like, a
in the
lot of, like,
background? Because
maze-
Corbin. Isn't male and female the term for the sex? Yes, it fucking should be! Instead of body type 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's probably made by Sweet Baby Inc.
When I was in school, instead of doing my work, I'd always just play Doom on the computer and listen to Metallica.
Look at his big-ass bottom lip, though.
Yeah.
That was me, with Super Mario 64 DS, and New Super Mario Brothers. I played my DS rather than do my work at school and not have the teachers. And Pokemon Soul Silver. Those were the good times.
Doom BFG edition should have included 64.
Yeah, well, 64 was included with like as a pre-order for Doom Eternal.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Also, I like that they like they made Doom 64 look better for Xbox.
That looked like the old
Look at how fucking
GI,
shit
like,
this hair. Okay, no, you
model.
can make it longer. I was gonna say this shit should be fucking long as hell because this is how Kolok's hair was. All right, will they let me have the fun color though? Okay, all right. So they have the red at least. But it like makes his head red too instead of just having the spikes be red. Hold on. Radiant contrast. How's that?
Man, this character
Radiant
makes
amount.
me visually like sick.
Okay, we don't want that. We don't want that a gradient amount. We want like no gradient then. Salt and pepper. What's that look like? Eyebrows color. You can't make the eyebrows the same color as the hair? How stupid. I can make it like that, though. Let's do that. Fuck it. Jesus' girlfriend? That's pretty good. Super gaming. But this isn't fat enough, though.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
funny.
Hey, wait
up
on.
there with like Verrekna from Brain Dead, from Peter Jackson's Brain Dead, the main character's mom. Those are Chisu's women.
Alright.
Yeah, it does. I'll agree with that. I don't think Angela's seen that movie, so you don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, back to the topics at hand, right? What I was gonna say was, like, when I say duality, right? Like, there is a duality to people, right? Like, everyone has, like, the duality of themselves, right? I know that's not, like, a hot take or something crazy. But something that I think kind of has a dualist thing to it, right? Is, I'm very pessimistic about the outlook of the world. But there's a lot of optimism in my daily life, because there's a lot of shit that's, you know, going great in a lot of regards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm honestly, like, I have to say, I honestly am kind of just optimistic about the world.
Well, that's good.
Because I honestly do think that, like, a lot of... I don't know, like, when you can just see, like, a lot of the... maybe, for lack of a better term, seeds being planted. But, like, I see, like, a lot of, like, I don't know, I have confidence in a lot of young people. Like, a lot of young people are a lot more...
That is one thing that is actually makes me very optimistic, because there's a lot of, like, young people that are really fucking based.
Yeah. And it's
Also,
like,
like,
and that's something that you gotta look, like the youth is, like, one of the most important things. If you really want to change the way the world is, you have to look to the youth. Like, you have to actually... You gotta make sure you teach young people the values they need to know in life.
yeah, like
That's, like, one of the most important things, to have a better society.
Both like crystallized and fluid intelligence, like, you know, like young people are very smart and well educated, you know, these days.
Well, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I'm just
young
saying
people
that
are pretty stupid, too. In general, people are stupid.
But I don't think it's actually bad that young people are stupid. I just think they need to have the right morals and have the right... Like, I mean, like, look at, like, liberal intellectualism and the consequences of that. It's not like, we don't need people to be smart, we need people to be strong and have a good sense of morals. Like, I think that is kind of the more important thing.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you're kind of...
Honestly, I would rather have, like, a really stupid agricultural kind of way of life than a super industrial kind of life.
At that point, it depends on how we're defining stupid, because if you're skilled in that regard, are you really stupid? I mean, maybe uneducated, but...
Yeah, but I mean, that's what... I mean, I agree. I think that those people are, like, smart when it comes to what they do, but, like, I think intellectualism itself isn't a necessary thing.
Well, if you're talking about brain functions, or, I don't know, like, brain science, like, I don't know, IQ, or limits for potential, I mean, of course, some IQ, like, low IQ people can, you know, actually literally have, you know, balance or be smart in areas, like, hence, like, the whole term idiot savant, but, you know, obviously, you know, an idiot savant cannot do... You know, you can't have an idiot savant as a doctor, nor, you know, as a lawyer, or whatever, but, in agricultural science, yeah, sure.
Anyway, I'm gonna pull up a comparison now, right? So, guys, this is Kolak in the remake, right? This is how I made him look in this one, right?
Yeah.
Let me show you guys how he actually is supposed to look. And to be fair, it's not super far off, but it doesn't have, like, the right coloration. Hold on. So this, hold on. You want me to screen share this with you as well? Oh, you'll see it here actually. Never mind. Hold on. Let me get the. Where's the thing? Here's the thing. All right. This is how he's supposed to look. Which, if you don't know, Kolak was like literally the first Oblivion character I ever made when I got the game as a kid. So when I played through it on stream, I decided to. Well, I think it was like in middle school when the game came out. But anyway, point is, or when I played it anyway. But the point is, that was the first character I made. So when I actually streamed it on the channel 4 years ago, damn, that stream started 4 years ago. When I did that, I recreated it. Yeah, so, I mean, look, it captures, like, it does kind of have the same spirit, right? Like, in the way that I made him look in the remake. Like, see, like, it's the same spirit, right? Like, but it's not quite the same.
But I also wanted to add, I do think, like, you know, a mix of pessimism and optimism, I think, is essential, you know, to live in this world.
I mean, yeah, you just need to, like...
You need a balance. You need to know when to be... And, like, the thing is with pessimism, don't let it make you become a fucking doomer. But also with optimism, don't let it make you have unrealistic expectations.
I think if you're a pessimist, you need to still be, like, an idealist.
To some degree, yes. Otherwise, then you just become a faggy nihilist.
Yeah, well, I think, like, to have a health... Well, to be fair, having a healthy... You know, having the right pessimism is challenging, because it really requires for you to understand the human... You know, how humans are. And I say this, because I also struggle with that. I don't know how to word it, but,
I just found a secret in this game I never found before.
Like, you know, like, say, like, because I'm, you know, I won't, like, comment, like, you know, on the modern politics, I don't know it, but, you know, say, like, you know, if you're kind of, like, you know, giving someone to, like, watch over your car, or to, like, run, you know, for office or whatever, you know...
It's hard to hear Redeye with Doom in the background. Hold on a second, let me turn them down a little bit so that I haven't rebalanced it for this shit show. Maybe that's a little better.
But, I think having the right amount of pessimism can, like, you know, how humans are, saying how humans can...
Yeah, that Doom is so fucking loud, funny. Corbin.
What, is my game too loud?
It's pretty loud, yeah.
What the hell?
It was like, you know, I
Is that
remember
better?
I debated
Probably.
in school once, like whether, like, you know, if you're, you know, if you have like a lot of money or power, would you still have the same morals or like the same standards? You know, that was like my line with like pessimism. To where, I mean, you know, you have to consider like who to give money to.
Schopenhauerian pessimism is still like still has like elements of idealism. You know, like a lot of what we call pessimism now, I think, is just like actual nihilism or cynicism.
Well, what I'm talking about, I think, is just like more so just honesty. Like, it's like human nature to, like, you know, be motivated by greed.
I mean, I agree, but I do think that I honestly I think that that's a duality too. I don't think people are just like, I think people are selfish, but I do think that people generally have a place in part of their nature where they do want to help other people, even if it's because I think it's in their interest to want to help people.
Oh, yeah, like, you know, I think good versus evil stories in the fiction exist because they are there to inspire people to, like, you know, not give in to selfishness. And
wait a minute.
put their selfishness
They added. Hold on. Is this like fucking Fable?
What they add in?
Well, it said clairvoyance to tell me where to go, right? No, but I'm just healing. What the? I'm so confused what they mean by that. It's just something about clairvoyance to, like, guide me where to go, but, like... Which, granted, I don't want it to, like, tell me exactly where to go, because there's already a fucking indicator. Like, I thought it was going to have, like, one of those lines on the ground in Fable, like, you follow, which, granted, wouldn't be, like, the worst thing in the world, but I was going to say Oblivion doesn't really need it, because you got the indicator, you know?
I think Skyrim had something like clairvoyance in it.
Oh, yeah? How you doing, Shrimp?
I'm doing good.
Do you know? Not too bad. I just realized that the shrimp in your profile picture is the one from SpongeBob when Mr. Krabs is like, "So long, shrimp!"
Yeah, I forget what episode it was.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it's one of the Plankton ones. It might even just be Plankton.
Yeah, like, you haven't tell, I've been watching a lot of, like, Professor Geek, where he, you know, goes over, like, you know, what characters like Superman have in our, you know, society, but, like, how, like, what I, like, you know, interpret stories from, like, religion, and stories from the Bible, and then even pop cultural stories like Lord of the Rings, and, you know, Silver Age, you know, Jack Kirby, and, not Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko and Stan Lee, Spider-Man, is that these good versus evil stories exist, because, like, you know, they're there to, like, you know, inspire us to not be selfish and not give in to selfishness, and, like, you know, we'll not only have, like, a right balance between, you know, selfless and selfish, because...
Another thing that makes things complicated and frustrating with a lot of people nowadays is factions. Because everyone thinks that they're part of a faction, right? Because they're part of a community trademark, or part of a like, some sort of group, right?
I try to just, I know this sounds weird coming from me, but, like, I honestly do just kind of try to get along with everybody and find things I like about everybody.
I mean, that's fair. Right. There is, and the other thing is, there is, what's it called? There is, like, I also do think there is a point where you do have to, like, say, no, this is what I think, right? Like, there is a point where you have to, like, differentiate a little bit, like, in your thoughts, right? Like, what I mean is, like, what I'm saying is centrism is fake and gay, is what I'm saying. But at the same time, when everything...
But you have to figure out what you agree with other people on if you want to convince them to your...
Right, and, like...
You have to actually find something you agree on to motivate people.
Like, one of the problems I run into... Well, not that I run into specifically or uniquely, but one of the problems that we have as a society, trademark, is that everything is tribal, and, like, so people will, like, just blindly accept something if someone...
Yes, I did call Grandma Dad.
Yes, I did call Grandma Dad.
I think Horizon...
Why'd you call your Grandma Dad?
I apologize, guys. I forgot I was in my push-to-talk key. Hey, maybe after we're done doing our usual topics, and maybe after we're done playing Oblivion, maybe we can react to some YouTube poops.
Yeah, you suggested that before the show, and I said we'll see. we will see what we end up doing, okay?
I mean, to me, YouTube poops, a lot of them are just, like, on the same level of humor as, like, Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah, they're, like, honestly, I am very picky with YouTube poops. Like, I mainly like, you know, like Hankster Hillington or shit like that, you know?
I honestly like Guys
Yeah.
YouTube poops just because I think the editing's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
It works for you guys.
for someone, you know, for someone who still finds not only old YouTube poops funny, but someone who still finds Fanboy and Chum Chum funny, I really can't call what it's today find funny.
Hey guys, look, I lockpicked effortlessly. Granted, it was a very easy lock, but have you guys...
I think,
Go ahead.
I think, Mr. Meaty was funny.
Oh, I love Mr. Meaty.
I haven't watched Mr. Meaty. Like, wasn't it like really fucked up? Like,
No.
I mean, if you're a pussy.
If you've not seen the Master Poops,
No,
I don't
I'm
understand how
saying
people
it,
get, like,
in a bad
really
way.
got,
it's really fucking
radio, like, the
Alright.
biggest pussies ever. How could you...
Everybody's talking at once. Everybody's talking at once.
I figure if I talk, everybody else should shut up. What the hell?
I agree.
Well, I figured like Mr. Meaty had like dark episodes.
It had dark
Not saying
episodes, sure,
bad.
but it wasn't, like, disturbing.
Yeah, it, like, well, the darkest episode that everybody always, like, talks about is, like, the one about the
tapeworm,
worm.
yeah.
I didn't find that, like, disturbing at all. It's just a fucking worm.
Anyway, as far as you were asking, Super Gaming, I did not buy this game. It is included with Xbox Game Pass. I would not pay money for this.
I don't think you would, because already it's been fucking loked.
Well, it's not even just that. It's just I don't like a lot of the new aesthetic things. Like, I think Oblivion is, like, that perfect balance of, like, graphical fidelity and realism. Like, there's a reason the term hyper-realism exists, right? Because there is a such thing as making things so realistic to the point that they become unrealistic. And I think a lot of the characters' faces in this kind of hit that threshold, you know what I mean? Boris, why the fuck are you okay, no, he's not attacking me.
You think the game used, like, AI to make it look, like, better?
So I wouldn't make that claim, but I don't know if you saw on Twitter, I did mention a lot of the faces in this look like the kind of shit you'd see with AI.
No, he is not one.
Mm-hmm.
He can-
I honestly, I don't see any reason not to believe that. The fact that they just made it, like, this, like, the fact that it came out this quick, and, like, they didn't do any advertising for it.
Like, look at that. That doesn't look like a real face.
Listen, you know.
Yeah, that looks weird to me.
how they guide.
It looks worse than the old people
I agree.
in Fallout. It looks worse than the old people in Fallout 3, where they have, like, those, like, super detailed wrinkles for no reason.
I've served.
Like, in Fallout 3, a character that's supposed to be 40 will just look like he's, like, 170.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, you know, at least, like, you know, some of the brain rot from my generation, I think it did. I think, you know, one thing it will have over the brain rot of the newer generation, it did have, like, wit, and it was actually funny.
If you paint your
I don't
beard,
think YouTube poops had wit.
if you paint your beard and hair white, you'd be Santa with how jolly that laugh was. Yes.
Santa
Claus.
show the end of my path.
Fuck me, Santa. Fuck me, Santa.
A necessary end.
Hey, Corbin, what's your favorite Mountain Dew?
I want to hear people's perspectives.
I
on the
don't know
world.
of any. There's like Code Red. I don't like. I'm not like a big. I don't like Code Red more than regular Mountain Dew. And that's like all I know is that there's Mountain Dew and Mountain Dew go with Code Red.
Anyway, I want to.
fair. That-
I want to hear what people's perspectives are on the world and have disagreements because I want to hear people's opinions and views because I'm open-minded. I mean, Chip, that's how it should be. The problem is a lot of people aren't willing to do that. And another problem people have is because of the factionism that there is. Everyone will, like, if they like someone, they'll just, like, be, yeah, I agree because I like them. And if they don't like someone, they think they can never make a good point.
With such hope.
And I think anyone can make a good point. A genius can make a terrible point, and an idiot can make an excellent point. It just depends on what they're talking about and what they're saying.
Mhm.
I have lived well, and my
I mean, like even like a lot of people that you have in your Discord, like they're obvious, like
they know their doom.
like some people that are really autistic and
In this,
me to say, but stupid. But I still even think that they have
Yeah,
like
the
things I
YouTube
agree with
people
them
I
on.
watch
I can understand
sometimes,
as long as they understand
make,
what you
like,
mean.
they don't make YouTube
Horizons, for the love of God!
I was just explaining just the YouTube poop user
Yes, but in the
watched.
middle of Corbin fucking talking, dude.
I didn't hear him talking. I must have him muted.
Well,
God damn it.
unmute him so you can pay attention.
Why does he have me muted?
A tongue shriller than all.
Because I was hearing,
I'm the most important person
I
here.
was hearing Doom in the background. And it was getting a little annoying.
Oh, was that getting fucking annoying? Was that getting annoying, Horizons, huh? Was hearing something in the background completely fucking unrelated to what we're doing annoying? Yes, Grandma, I'll help you with your computer. Oh, hey, there's a TV going on in the background. Fuck off.
Dad, God, sometimes
I wanted
I'm
a football
so
game, Dad.
stupid.
No, Dad, they're not making fun of you.
Dad.
Do not embarrass me anymore, please.
I'm just saying it's
What?
really fucking rich, dude. You. Anyway, let Corbin finish what he was saying, yeah?
I was just saying that even though like there's some stupid people in our Discord, I still like agree with them on a lot of things. Like Chizu, like I agree with him on a lot of stuff still. Like even if I think a lot of stuff he says is also like retarded.
Do Boris's lips and teeth look fucking weird to you in this? Look at that.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
I don't like how much of a smug black guy he looks like.
The thing, and that's what sucks too. I fucking love Boris. Boris is great, like in the original game. Anyway, Horizons, you may speak.
Okay, so the YouTube poop I watch is called the Master Poop, and he makes quality over quantity. Like, he takes a story and just makes it like how Hank Hillington did it, but instead of him doing King of the Hill YouTube poops, he does Harry Potter type of shit, you know?
Okay.
Alright, you may. Horizons is
like,
really
like,
focused on
like,
YouTube
the
poops
earlier
today.
Fugitive,
I'm just like having a hyperinflation right now. Sorry.
It's fine. You're allowed to talk about what you want to talk about on the shit show within reason. Don't get any ideas, Sugar Booger.
So for Team Redeye,
Hashtag
shit show,
stop
I
the
might as well
Horizons
just,
hate. We don't hate Horizons. We love Horizons.
Yeah, I love Horizons. I just don't like.
So, like, you know, with your thing about, like, centrism, I would agree, but, like, you know, I feel like most people confuse, like, centrism with, like, you know, saying I am for, you know, you know, I am for universal healthcare, but I'm also not for universal healthcare. Like, you know, like, that's, like, most people's idea with, like, you know,
That you
centrism, like,
mean people have two completely contradictory views on the same subject? That's centrism?
well, that's most people's idea of centrism. But I want to say, like, centrism, like, you know, saying you have, like, a variety of, like, you know, views that don't really contradict each other, but they're from polar opposite sides.
Well, I think a lot of like.
Well,
I
it's
feel like
fine to
a lot of,
incorporate
like-
views from different sides, but the problem is centrists don't do that. They just have the most basic bitch safe opinions that they claim they believe. Oh, capture card. The problem is with centrists is they don't actually believe it.
Honestly, something where it gets to like what people will call like the far right or like these white
I can't
nationalist
really,
type.
you know, speak against them because I'm kind of in that crowd, but
Well, yeah, because you're fucking retarded.
yeah.
But you know, like
And
white
speak-
nationalists, like you know the white nationalist or like the new kind of national socialist types that are like as popular with like the young people. I noticed it's like I think a lot of it is like almost like a centrism, but I find it more tolerable. But I find it more tolerable.
Yeah, why are you talking over Corbin, Sugar?
Oh, is he muted?
Do you have him fucking muted too?
Why is everybody
No,
muting me?
no. Is he also talking? Or,
Yes, he's been talking!
Oh, I didn't hear him. I'm so sorry. I still can't hear him. And I don't have him muted.
What the hell?
I don't see any good options here.
Can everybody else hear Corbin? I hear him just fine.
Yeah.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
Yeah, you don't hear me right now.
Did anybody else hear him besides me?
I heard him.
I think he just got me muted and he's like too stupid to know how to unmute me.
That's certainly Popsicle.
You alone stand against the Prince of Destruction.
I can hear Corbin now.
He must not.
Sorry.
But I was just saying about like a lot of like young people that are into like that get called like far right. I think a lot of them actually are like more like centrists Because they do take like but I think they take like kind of
Oblivion.
more extreme views from both sides,
Yeah.
which I actually find more tolerable.
Right, then just taking the basic bitch safe approach where you don't actually express anything.
Yeah.
Because
And
here's
I-
the thing. Oh, keep
Oh,
going.
go ahead.
No, yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
you're good.
Horizon.
Yeah, you're good, Horizons. That was a perfectly fine interjection right there.
Because what I was gonna say is, towards the final years of me being in like secondary school and whatnot, they were starting to push like leftist bullshit. I remember them starting to hang up pride flags and shit, and it was getting sick on my nerves because they were. This is right around the time when everyone was starting to expose the critical race theory shit, and parents were finding out what the fuck the teachers were teaching us, and basically. I have a hot take, but I can't say it on YouTube right now. But you probably already know where I'm gonna go with this. But I'll just try to
I'm
keep
sure
it
it's
brief.
fine for you, Horizon.
I'll just try to keep it brief. But them trying to, indoctrinate kids and groom kids is just fucking disgusting. You know why these leftists try to call the Florida Parental Rights Bill the Don't Say Gay Bill? Well, it's because it doesn't even fucking say that. Because
Yes,
the
it's a
reason they don't want
rhetorical-
that. Yeah, they use a rhetorical thing, and
It's a tactic.
And the only
they
thing
use
they
that
want to
rhetoric
do,
to make it seem like something. Yes.
yeah. And if that law was not in effect in Florida, they would probably be still grooming kids.
They
into
still
being
are.
transgender.
They still are.
Yeah.
That's the thing people don't realize. These laws get passed and shit, but this shit still happens.
Or it was supposed to be secret. Here.
Because they can still do it and people will just culturally accept it and nothing changes.
There are rats
And that's the problem.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's like to the point where they'll still do it, and now states will say, "Well, we're gonna take your kid away if we don't like what you're doing to them."
Hold the fuck on. Okay, I was gonna say, they better let me do a custom class.
Also, I will say, one thing, like, well, I was hyper fixated, that's weird on, is, Chuck E. Cheese, but before the fucking stupid 2010 stuff.
What about it?
Let's see. It's, so hey, like, Horizon, if you have, like, your own, like, weird hyperfixation, like, you can't get any more on...
Well, I have my own things, like, for example, I like to talk about whatever one I want to.
I can just select all of these as major skills, then why
For
the hell do they
example,
have
I like to talk about whatever I want to.
Like, I'll talk about, there's a thing I do on my channel just for audio jingles and whatnot.
I'll do the same class I did in Morrowind.
And eventually I'm gonna do the top 5 tech movies. I'm just gonna get to it once I'm officially, actually, have some time to do it.
I wasn't far off. In any
I will say, I do think the new Chuck E. Cheese redesign is a little bit overhated, but I'm still not a fan of it.
I hate the Chuck E. Cheese design. It looks like shit.
I mean, I don't like it. But people act like it's like this big downgrade on, like, Chuck E. Indian, like, with, like, the backward cap or whatever.
God, I'm gonna die!
I'm gonna fucking die here, Jack.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. That was just so fucking random.
Bill Nye the
You know, guys, I think that the new Chuck E. Cheese redesign is underrated, guys.
no chance.
No, I didn't say it was underrated. I said it's overhated. That's a different thing.
I think it's hated just as much as it should be. It looks fucking terrible.
Underrated and overhated mean the same thing.
Okay, well, if you're comparing it to, like, the previous design with the back hat, like, it looks like just as dated, and kind of like just as good.
So what? I prefer the dated look.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, I prefer everything to be
Dated looks good.
as
The hat
is,
looks good. Then present looks like shit. So don't.
Yeah, I prefer everything as it was in 2005. Like, I miss the old Pepsi logo. I miss, like, all the older style
Everything
stuff.
old is good, everything new is bad, end of story.
Yeah,
Yep, pretty much.
everything that new is bland. End of story.
Damn circus.
Yeah.
Damn.
Everything old is good.
Yes.
Like,
I don't care what decade it was in the past, it was better.
I agree.
Okay. Well, there are some exceptions, but I think everything after 2013. 2013.
There are no exceptions. Everything is shit now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after 2013. I don't know what's the cutoff year for you guys.
I mean, that's 2013 is a perfectly cromulent year.
Hey, 2012 is the cutoff year. That's when everything started going crap.
Mainly because Kill la Kill came out that year.
That's a stupid reason.
Kill la Kill's great.
I thought it was, isn't Kill la Kill, like, isn't it the only reason to watch it because, like, naked ladies?
I don't
Well,
know.
that, and it's also got a genuinely great story and, like, lore.
Okay.
And, like,
Does it?
a lore reason for, like,
I don't know about that, but I don't care enough to argue it. So
I think I'm gonna stick to watching Death Note for the 88th time in a row.
nah. I like Death Note. Well, okay. Well, my top 10 anime.
Death Note's
like,
the best anime, period.
Death Note is to
I
anime
like-
what Breaking Bad is to live action drama.
Yes.
I rank Kill la Kill above Death Note.
Boo!
What? You're a brain dead imbecile. You're
Oh, but I said slightly.
you are the king of awful takes.
Yeah, it
I
sure
said
is.
slightly. Like, slightly. Just
That-
a
that-
tad.
that's-
It's just
It was
food on that
slightly
plate.
better than Death Note. It is a little bit better.
I'll feed him.
No. I prefer it a tad bit more. Like, I didn't say it was better. No.
One of the only good things to come out is Whopper Whopper. I agree. Whopper Whopper is peak art these days. Whopper, 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 Junior,
Yeah.
Double, Triple Whopper, flavor royal taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day.
At DK, have it your way.
They really added a bunch of fucking little tutorial pop-ups, didn't they?
Hey, Corbin, you should work for a Burger King commercial,
No.
if I were you.
If I want to, can we make McDonald's great again?
We need to bring back the beef tallow to do that. That's another thing. All our food is
Yeah.
fucking artificial poison
Or just the
nowadays.
good advertising and, like, aesthetic of McDonald's.
Oh yeah, bring back Ronald McDonald and Friends. Bring back the color.
Yeah.
But like
I mean,
also,
like, I kind of hate that my kids are gonna grow up with the McDonald's we have now.
well, yeah, everything's the same. Now. That's one thing about objectivism that fucking sucks is the minimalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Art Deco, like, was actually good artistically. Like, if we brought back old-style Art Deco, it would be awesome. Like, old Brutalist and Art Deco architecture was great. This is, like, so minimalist to the point. Like, it's just... Because simplicity can be good. The simplicity of Art Deco is good. The simplicity of Brutalism is good. What we have now is, like, just aesthetically bad. And I'll be back real quick.
You know, one thing that would be cool if they added into this remake is if they let you use mods on console. That would be cool if they did that.
Also,
I'd imagine they patch that into the future, sometime in the future.
I mean, I hope so. That'd be cool. All right, you guys think I should start the Dark Brotherhood quest line since that's like the best one?
Sure.
Hi there.
Morning.
What?
What's going on with you?
Is he dead?
What's going on?
Stop!
Hold on. Is he dead though? I can't see if he's dead.
Then
I need to make sure he's
I
dead.
think he's still kicking.
Yeah, I need to make sure somebody's dead. I need to kill at least one person. Okay, that guy is definitely dead. All right, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna yield. I yield.
Been murdered.
So yeah,
Go to jail.
I may make my own Shitshow intro, and if you guys want me to do, one for Redeye, I can do one.
Yes, I am well aware.
Okay. So what else can I talk about? Well, I had a good Easter. Of course, I had to go place my grandma's TV because the tube went out on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
All right, Kolak has done hard time.
Okay. Also, I like you know what also interests me is how films are like censored in other countries for some shit. You know, I'm always a person that prefers films need to be uncut to represent the director's original version. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Miyazaki is like that. He will not let you cut it if you're like a distributor. Like this came after the original dub of Nausicaa Valley of the Wind got released by New World in '85. They butchered it so much that Miyazaki afterwards just was like, no fucking cuts.
Yeah, that's when he threatened Harvey Weinstein with a katana, isn't it?
Oh, have pity.
No, that was about 12 years after, 13 years after, because Nausicaa was originally '84, and the New World dub came out in '85.
Okay.
But it's been buried, like, you can't even find it
So
anymore.
I've heard that this still has a lot of the fun bugs in it, but you know one thing I'm really fucking hoping they patched in this version? The Thieves Guild questline. The fencing is broken in the Thieves Guild questline that you can very easily softlock it if you fence too much stuff before they want you to. Also, wait a minute, why the fuck did I not get approached by the Thieves Guild?
I think you need to sleep
Well, no, that's
somewhere
how you,
isolated.
that's how you get approached by the Dark Brotherhood, but the Thieves Guild is supposed to confront you as soon as you get out of jail. Does it only happen if you go to jail in the Imperial City, or did they make it so that you have to steal something instead of killing people? Because in the original, you go to jail.
They make it to where you have to steal something.
No, you
I mean,
violated the law.
that makes
Pay a
more
court fine
sense.
and serve your sentence.
That makes more sense, but, like, they changed that?
I always got to it through the beggars. You just give them money and
No,
eventually
what I've
you
always
find out
done
about
is I kill someone, go to jail, and then the Thieves Guild approaches me, gives me the letter, and then I go to sleep after that, and the Dark Brotherhood approaches me, and that's how I usually join both.
I see.
You should do the Gladiator Arena? Oh, don't you worry, I'm doing that! They fucking ruined the boy, though! It doesn't look right. I mean, nobody does, but the Adoring Fan looks fucking retarded in this version. And not in the fun way that he did before. What's attacking me? I am glad that the interface is, like, it's clearly updated, but it's not like Skyrim. I was worried it'd be just like Skyrim, or like, or even worse, if they did it like Fallout 4, because, like, now this is maybe a hot take, but I actually hate that in Fallout 4, you hover over containers and then just take the stuff. I like that you open containers and it's a separate menu, because a lot of the time it's hard to get it fucking right in Fallout 4. Like, so, like, I'll try to get something out of it, and I'll, like, move slightly over, and it won't let me take the shit because I'm not looking at it anymore. I much prefer it when the container is a separate menu.
I know fans have modded like the earlier Fallout games to have that exact menu type.
Yeah, which I hate.
Where you hover over.
Yeah, I hate that. I can't stand it. I don't know if I'm alone in that, but I do not like that.
I'm ambivalent to it.
Fair enough.
Horizons, you were talking about like how they cut the Miyazaki movies, but like you've seen Spirited Away, right?
I have actually not seen Spirited Away. I'm like probably the only one in this channel that's not seen Spirited Away. I need to do that.
I won't spoil it for you, but they changed a bit of dialogue in the English dub compared to the Japanese dub, where they add like an additional line at the end that sort of changes the meaning of the ending. And some people don't like it. I'm fine with it, but
personally, I don't
Disney.
mind, because when I watch my movies, especially if it's an import film, I prefer to watch the English dub. You know.
So Horizons,
Right.
but how can you not know if you don't mind the context if you've never seen it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've not seen it, but he told me what it is. You know, I don't know.
Well, I mean,
what
he didn't really.
What was he talking about?
Spirited Away. And
okay.
apparently there's a change in the dub that kind of recontextualizes the ending a little bit.
Personally, if I had to see a movie in a foreign language, it would probably be Das Boot.
Das Boot?
Yeah.
Isn't
I
Das...
need to watch that food.
You know, Mark from Peep Show really likes Das Boot.
I'm sure I'd love it.
The running in this game is goofy as hell. I mean, yeah, because sprinting wasn't in Oblivion, so now it's in it.
Do you have a way to watch that food?
Not currently. But it's also like 4 hours, isn't it?
Oh, really?
The miniseries.
I really need to
longer,
watch
I
it.
think.
Now, 4 hours of, like, German Navy?
I'm just saying, we gotta be in a particular mood for that. We still need to finish fucking 10 Commandments, Corbin, so... Steady
Yeah,
on.
let's watch that today. Okay, let's watch it today, then.
Alright. Well, what about Red versus Blue? I know Spencer wanted to do that.
Red versus Blue.
Well, damn.
Because
I mean, I would
the
rather
version of Das Boot is 2 hours 29 minutes.
I think that's the theatrical cut, maybe.
Okay.
People ask the
'Cause
question, is
it's
video
just-
games
it's
art? This game show is maybe
208
not.
minutes.
Well, Oblivion is art. This one, on the other hand, is, I mean, it's...
I don't know how to make this.
I thought it was really stupid when my art teacher told me that video games aren't art. When, like, she's just wrong. Video games are, I think, objectively the highest art form because of all the different things they can be at once.
It's upstairs.
Like, you have story, visual art, and game mechanics. Like, I feel like it's just so many, and more personalization. Like, I feel like it's the, like, objectively speaking, it has to be, like, the highest form of art.
You sleep rather soundly for
If we need to watch something, we need to watch Downfall eventually, you know? Not just... It's actually a really good movie from what I've heard.
Yeah. Heck, why is Horizons bringing up all these cool Nazi movies?
As do I, my dear child. As do
Still doesn't make me a Nazi, for fuck's
He
sake.
didn't say it did!
Yeah, it would be cooler if you were.
this himself.
Actually, would not, thank you very much.
Yes, it would be.
My name is Lucy.
It's like that. It's like when Horizons was on here and talking about how bad Hitler was, and Darren's like, "Oh man, I'm disappointed. I'm kind of a fan."
Admiring
Yeah. Horizons, what's better, being a communist or a Nazi?
I think worse is being a communist.
Good.
Yeah, good. That's for objective right take. Even Shrimpton fucked that one up.
I didn't say anything about their morals. I said which one I'd like to survive. I think I'd survive in better.
Yeah. You still obviously picked the wrong one. Dude, I'd rather be in Auschwitz with a swimming pool and a movie theater.
Now please, listen carefully. On the green road to the north of Breville lies the inn.
Anyway,
There you
I guess
will
I should
find
let
a
Spencer know we're
named
doing a shit show,
Bluefield.
right?
Kill him.
Yeah.
And your initiation into the Dark Brotherhood will
Mm-hmm.
But Corbin, were you saying you'd rather watch 10 Commandments than Red versus Blue? Is that what you were saying?
the next time you sleep.
I mean, yeah, we did start that, and it's...
Secure.
We watched half the fucking movie, yeah.
Or bearing
We haven't even gotten to the best scene in the movie.
family.
Is the first half of the film up till they leave Egypt, or is it?
No,
before
the
that?
the first half ends when with the burning bush.
It is a virgin
Oh.
blade and thirsts for blood.
They really spend a lot of time in Egypt then.
As
Yeah.
well.
Well, it is a 4-hour movie.
Now, I bid you farewell.
Isn't that...
There was a
Do
movie...
hope we'll meet again soon.
There is a cut of
was
a
like
film
that.
I'd like to see where.
Your
Have you heard
mind
of
is
Once Upon a Time in America?
death and the
Yeah, that was directed by
What,
CJ
with what's his name?
Robert De Niro and James Woods.
Yeah, I literally started watching it, got bored, and continued, like, literally just 2 days ago.
Here's the thing: if you want to watch that movie, you need to watch the international cut, because the theatrical cut here in the U.S. was butchered.
The theatrical cut's lost, I think.
All right, let's see. Where's
I could
the
be wrong, though.
where's the Innaville Omen?
It was like originally 6 hours long, but they cut it down to like an hour and a half, and everybody hated it. And the international cut's like 4 hours, so there's still 2 hours completely missing.
Angela, would you rather live in a gulag in Russia or in a concentration camp
I suppose the concentration camp, if all the stuff about all the swimming pools and shit is true. That's another point.
That is true. You can find the pictures of that. You can find the pictures of living.
Okay, I wouldn't want to live in either one though. That's the thing, because I don't want to get fucking typhus, or fucking.
Yeah, that's the worst. I like. Yeah, it's still.
Or like fucking starve to death.
Yeah.
Or be beaten, because
It was funny when Potato was talking about. I was like, you know, it's not that bad. They mostly just got typhus and starved to death. And it's like, well, that's still not good.
But no, I was gonna say, that brings me to another point, though, that I was actually wanting to bring up with the topics of this, is information. Because there's so much fucking information out there that it's fucking hard to keep track of anything anymore. Like, history, like, there's so many different fucking narratives that you're taught, and then there's so many other alternative narratives out there now that it's so fucking hard to keep up that I just fucking don't a lot of the time anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, like, when you start saying, like, revisionist stuff about the Founding Fathers, and then I get pissed off at you, it's just because I get annoyed at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the thing, is we're in an age of information where there's so much fucking information out there. And yet there's so much more
a lot of it
uncertainty.
comes down to generalization of something, like, where a few cases of something happens, and then people will blow it out of proportion as if it, like, happened all the time.
Well, yeah, like, for instance, this is a very weird example, but it's largely apolitical, so it's just, for whatever reason, the first thing that popped in my head. The H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds that Orson Welles read on the radio that supposedly made, like, a huge panic everywhere. That's not even true. It made, like, a few people panic in, like, one town.
Yeah.
Like, the whole narrative about people believing there was an alien invasion is largely exaggerated. That didn't really happen on that scale.
Honestly, just because you brought that up, it made me, like, kind of want to talk about, like panics like that. Like, in the... Like, you know how, like, the comics code was, like, created after, like, the book burning, where they, like, burned all those Tales from the Crypt comics and, like, all these other, like, horror comics. Like, they had, like, a bunch of these book burnings, and then, and, like, banned Tales from the Crypt, and that's how, like, the comics code was created.
I didn't know the specifics on that, but I know now.
Pretty interesting.
Well, there's a lot of panics that happen, right? You know, there's, like, satanic panics, moral panics, things like that.
I mean, literally, people there was, like, satanic panic shit, like, over Elvis, and, like, Elvis was a new thing. Like, people thought Elvis was, like, satanic.
And, like, you know, when Danny was a kid, like, his mom used to always tell him that, like, Pokemon was, like, satanic, or, like, Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've seen the videos of that, right? Where, like, the guy's talking about how Pokemon are demonic monsters, and, like...
Yeah, I mean, granted, to be fair, sometimes these panics can be warranted. Like, the Red Scare, absolutely true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Red Scare wasn't big enough.
Yeah,
because,
like, the thing is, Marxist infiltration in our culture is absolutely real, and if anything, it was underplayed.
The Red Scare should have happened in the 1930s.
Yeah.
It happened too late.
Exactly. Like, the problem is like... And another thing, people, like, completely misunderstand, like, the House Un-American Activities Committee. Like, people exaggerate, and they think... And they like, link that to McCarthy, when McCarthy wasn't actually, like, connected to that. McCarthy was in the Senate, whereas the House Un-American Activities Committee was actually, you know, the House, two different branches of Congress.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, McCarthy actually was really fucking based. Like, McCarthy knew a lot about what he was talking about. Like, McCarthy was specifically talking about, like, the infiltration in the culture. And, like, granted, there's overlap in concept between the two. But there's, like, a grand narrative crafted around them that just isn't true.
I mean, one of the quotes I like from George Lincoln Rockwell is where he was talking about how communism is the rule of the biological inferior over the superior.
You know what I forgot? I forgot that Oblivion lets you fast travel to any town without having to go there. I completely forgot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why did Horizons leave? Did Nazi talk scare him?
I have no idea.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I heard
one of the more interesting.
I think I heard Horizons grandma say, like, oy vey once.
What'd you say, Shrimp?
I think one of the more interesting panics out there is the Ghostwatch one.
Oh yeah, no, Ghostwatch, and that movie's pretty good. Like it's not like a masterpiece or anything, but it's a pretty fun movie, especially knowing the context. It's
What
also
is that? I never even heard of this.
So Ghostwatch was a British movie that was made. It's like a mockumentary, right? And they aired it on TV. And like so, it was one of the first like large scale like mockumentaries that aired on TV over there. And it was like made to be like a ghost hunters type show, right? Where people are investigating like a possession and shit. But the thing is, since it's a fictional movie, they actually have shit happen. And so like there was a huge panic, especially like because people thought it was real. Like granted, they had disclaimers at the beginning of it and at commercial breaks and shit. But there was a point in the show, like you could call in throughout the show, and for most of the show, like because they would give you a number to call in if you had any like tips or you wanted to report any ghost shit yourself, right? Or if you caught anything on the cameras that they didn't notice in the show. But but when you called the number would tell you, oh, actually this is a fictional show, don't worry about it. Or I hope you're enjoying the movie, right? That kind of thing. But the problem is they kept getting so many calls that the line went down. So the phone number that they called that's supposed to say, oh, this is all fictional, didn't do it. So people were calling and panicking because they see this little girl apparently possessed by a demon. And they're calling in to say, look, this is happening right now on your show.
What is it?
And because the number didn't, tell them, hey, this isn't actually happening, there's a whole big panic. And there was this guy that had like mental disabilities. I think he was like, I don't know if he was autistic or if he was just mentally ill or what. But there was some guy who saw it that like had like a huge panic. Did he off himself or did he off someone else or what happened with him again? I forget.
I think he just offed himself.
Okay.
Farewell.
Yeah, it was a whole big thing. The movie got banned for several years after that.
Open for business, as always.
I haven't seen it, but it's fascinating.
I own it on DVD. It's actually got Craig Charles in it, who played Lister on Red Dwarf.
I need to see that also.
Red Dwarf is my favorite show, so.
When does the Red Dwarf
season 3?
Like my favorite episode of Red Dwarf is when like they finally get out the red midget and he's like, "Hey, I'm the Red Dwarf."
Corbin, there are ships in Red Dwarf called Blue Midget.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's also White Giants, which isn't as prominent, but then there's Starbug.
Huh.
And Blue Midget is mistakenly referred to as White Midget in one episode as well.
The deed is done. How do I know this? You will find that the Dark Brotherhood knows a great many things. You are now part of the family. Indeed.
What do you guys
Is the signing of a covenant, the manner of execution.
Grimp, what do you think about
Rufio's blood.
like, do you have any opinions on like Waco or Ruby Ridge?
The Black Hand I directly oversee.
I'm not too familiar with those.
I think that, like, despite, with the families in those being controversial, to say the least, the ATF was in the wrong in both instances.
City of Cheadenhall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, in Waco, nobody did anything. None of them, literally nothing illegal happened.
Yeah.
Like, they literally did nothing illegal, and the ATF, like, slaughtered them.
Well, yeah, and, like, with, and Waco's the one where they burned them to death, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Ruby Ridge is the one
Like,
where
the
they shot
most
him.
controversial thing you can say about Waco is that the cult leader of Waco married a 14-year-old
Right.
girl, which was legal in Texas at the time.
Right, and, like, obviously that's pretty, out there. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you burn all the children to death inside the building.
Yeah, and also, why is the ATF investigating because a large part of the narrative the ATF was pushing is that they were endangering children. Since when is the ATF in charge of protecting children?
Yeah, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Yeah, like it's so. Like even I remember my grandpa, he was talking about that to me, and he was like, "Well, I think the ATF gets a bad rap on that one because they were endangering children." It's like they're the ATF. Like, well, shouldn't Child Protective Services be involved if that's...
Right, or just like the police. Like, why are the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, why are they the ones going in there?
Because literally,
was it Waco?
all the firearms they owned legally.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was Waco where they had, like, all the guns that they were trying to say were illegal, but they weren't, right?
Yeah, like, literally, yeah, all the weapons they owned were legally owned, and the cult leader or whatever, he literally invited the ATF inside, and they wouldn't go inside. Like, he literally invited them over and said, hey, you can check this out and see for yourself that we're not doing anything illegal here. And the ATF, like, literally refused.
And, like, the ATF will deny that they started the fire, but it seems pretty clear to me that that's what happened.
I mean, I think that is, like, the more accepted narrative now.
Yeah, and, like, look, again, say what you want about the guy there and stuff like that, sure, but that doesn't mean burn everyone there to death.
Yeah. And, like, the other cult, like, the guy had, like, neo-Nazi connections that the ATF was, like, using to justify...
What, Ruby
their
Ridge?
shit. Yeah. Like, because he was a part of a cult that was, like, connected to, like, neo-Nazi cults, even though the guy himself wasn't a neo-Nazi. And, like, that's what they were using to, like, they were trying to push that narrative. I'm not as familiar with Ruby Ridge as Waco, though.
Yeah, that's fair. I mix up some details from them. I do know that Waco's the one where they burned them, whereas Waco, or Ruby Ridge, I think, actually was a shootout.
Mm-hmm. In Ruby Ridge, one of the things I know is that they literally got they tried to get the dog's attention by throwing rocks at him, and then when they got the dog's attention, after throwing rocks at them, they shot the dogs to death.
Look at this glitch. His fucking head's going through the hood.
And that's how they started the shootout, was literally by throwing rocks at the dogs until the dogs would get aggressive, and then shoot the dogs.
Thoughts on the remake so far? I mean, it's there. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of the aesthetic changes. Like, it's Oblivion. It plays like Oblivion in a lot of ways, so, you know, there's that, right? Like, I mean, look, I know where I'm going for these quests and shit, so it's all familiar in that regard. I just think that the original graphics were a lot more charming.
I mean, even good remasters, like the first two Halo remasters, I still don't like playing, even though they're good.
Well, I mean,
because I just prefer, like,
to be fair,
the originals.
To be fair, Halo 2 Anniversary looks spectacular. Halo 1 Anniversary just uses a lot of reach assets.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, 2 Remaster does look really good, but I still prefer playing the original 2.
And to be fair, the gameplay is identical with those. Like, it's just,
yeah.
It's just, what's the word?
I think the Crash and Spyro remasters are just inferior in every way. I don't really care at all. Like, I don't get the popularity behind them. Why? Like, they lose a lot of the charm and aesthetic of the classic games. And the gameplay is inferior in both regards. Like, there's a lot more glitches and places where you can get stuck.
I wish they had an option to where you could switch to the original controls.
Hey Corbin, you know, I do think, you know, that in the modern age, like, you know, in terms of aesthetics and design philosophies and architecture or whatever, you know, we are over reliance on simplicity. And although I personally don't really vibe with or don't care for Art Deco architecture, I do think, like, you know,
Why not? It looks pretty good.
Art Deco is a good example of, like, simplicity done right, but Art
It's
Deco,
not. I wouldn't even say Art Deco is, like, it's not, like, super simplistic. It's still, like, it kind of still resembles the old world.
This door,
in the way where it's, like, always, like, strong masculine architecture. Like, you always have these big.
This door doesn't look as cool in this version either, honestly.
Mm-hmm. But, like, Art Deco,
like,
I like
the red and black was way more contrasting.
Like, I like the Art Deco is more idealistic and portrays men as strong.
Well, Art Deco is a little bit too classy, and for my kind. I mean, I like classy aesthetics, like like old what was it, Renaissance architecture and old like Victorian stuff, and especially old Baroque. And
I mean, Art Deco is like a good mix between that and modernism.
Yeah.
Just HD Oblivion. I mean, there are tweaks in gameplay though, Super. That like it doesn't play identically. Although I will say it does just feel like I'm playing Oblivion, but with new graphics in a lot of ways. Like the controls are not like massively different.
Like Art Deco, I think is just the greatest example of American architecture. Like when I think of American architecture, I think of Art Deco.
If I were to describe Art Deco, it's very Sesame Street.
What?
What?
Like, it's too squeaky clean. It's
What?
too conservative.
Well, then what about brutalism? Brutalism's like kind of like Art Deco for fascists.
Brutalism's actually.
Brutalism was awesome.
Did they make this Did they make this any better, or is it exactly the same, where you just want to bribe?
It's the same.
Like honestly, I saw
Hold
a
on, though, it
picture that
doesn't
was
say-
like, look at the like that was a brutalist McDonald's building, and it actually looks better than modern McDonald's buildings. It was
Oh, okay.
somehow less.
I can't do anything with her because I'm already at max disposition because I'm in the Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood of Steel in Oblivion.
What? Oh, because I said Brotherhood. Okay.
You're hooked on the brothers.
But why, sister? What's the point?
Have you seen the fan comic? I don't know what to consider it. Camp Counselor Jason? No, I have not. Spyro remasters were animated by Rule
Man,
34
if anybody
artists,
shouldn't
no
be a
joke.
camp counselor, it's Jason.
Yeah, Jason should never be a camp counselor. Although, then again, maybe if he saw them drowning, it would touch a nerve and he'd make sure to save them.
Yeah.
Ew, I hate the way this guy looks in this one.
Warmest greetings.
Ew.
I trust you've already spoken with Ochiva. I am Vicente Valtieri. I provide
I really don't like the way the characters look in this one.
Please do not let my appearance unnerve you. The needs and tenets of the Dark Brotherhood come.
You ever see the Dahmer show, Corbin?
Now,
I've only seen clips of it, and I hated every clip I saw.
It's more of an AU, sort of, I guess, with the Camp Counselor Jason thing. No, I'm sure.
I think
it's
the
not
best. I think I like all of the Dahmer movies that I've seen though. Like the movie that's just called Dahmer, I liked. My Friend Dahmer, I liked, and the one that's like from the '90s. What's the one that's like from the early
Secret Life,
'90s?
Jeffrey
called?
Dahmer.
Yeah, Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. That one like made Dahmer seem like a badass.
While carrying out
Like I like that it's like they made him like jacked.
Yeah. You ever seen the movie?
And like it had a lot more gore in it.
You ever seen the movie The Zodiac Killer?
I'm not sure how you.
Not Zodiac, but the movie
No,
from
I haven't.
1971 called The Zodiac Killer.
I haven't seen any movies about Zodiac Killer.
So Chisu recommended it to me, and it's really fun.
Board the ship and find its captain.
Alright guys, I'm gonna kill Gaston.
He'll be in his cabin. Eliminate Tassard in any manner you see fit.
Do I do the same joke that I did the first time I killed him?
On board lately.
Oh, where you play the song from
Yeah,
Beauty and the Beast?
the very obvious joke that you just spoiled, yeah.
Yeah.
Get into the habit of asking your fellow family
Why does he looks like a ghoul, damn it. Look at him.
I mean, he's a vampire, but, like, you see what I mean? Like, he looks... And the thing is, like, in this, like, all the races don't look like... Because the races are very distinct in the original version, as they are in Morrowind, but in Skyrim, you put an Imperial, a Breton, and a, Nord next to each other. Like, you can kind of figure it out, but it'll take a second. Whereas in Oblivion and Morrowind, you can instantly tell.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here.
Make like a tree.
Let's make like a banana and get the fuck out of here. Vampire looks like a feral ghoul? Yeah, I agree. Can we get an NSFW site tier list video? They're all the same. Every porn site is the same tier. There you go. I mean, that's not entirely true, because there are differences, I'm sure, but, like, I don't have, like, a favorite porn site or anything like that.
Most impressive.
I honestly think that, like...
Hey. Oh,
like, the hub is, like, too good looking. Like, it's, like... I mean, it's like too professional.
Horizons is back.
Horizons, what's your favorite porn site?
No comment. I'm not a degenerate.
Wait, get your dad and grandma in, and then I'll ask again.
She doesn't like to be teased, so I'm not gonna even go there.
Oh,
No kidding.
Horizons.
We still live?
Yes, we're still live.
Okay.
It's a shit show, dude. We haven't ended it.
We need.
Oy
okay.
vey, stop noticing Bretons among the Nords.
What can we do? What could we do now?
Well,
What
we're
can we do?
talking right now,
What
dude.
can we do? What do you think, bro?
We could talk. Well, I pretty much
Usually
got
doing
everything I
something
wanted
right
to get out of my head. We talked about the Popo, and stuff,
Yeah.
Why don't you just listen, and then if we bring something up that interests you, you can contribute.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, guys. It's time for Gaston to die. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Stab, stab,
Something I loved, by the way, the first time I did this on stream, I was playing this song, and it built it up, and as soon as it get to the chorus, I just instantly killed him, so it was so anticlimactic. He's dead.
The heavy is dead.
I'm over encumbered.
Guys, what's your favorite part of Doom? Personally, mine is when you kill the demon.
Why is there a song? Also, how is this not copyrighted? It is copyrighted. It's gonna get claimed. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it.
Ugh. If it's wrong, why do they call it copyright?
Damn circus.
It's my intellectual property. I thought of it like that makes it my property.
You know,
If intellectual property is a thing, how come I can't imagine my wife?
You have something to say, dung heap?
oh yeah, I have something to say. Hold on.
Why can't I am? Does that mean all my imaginary friends are my property? I'm not like them, but I can pretend.
Okay, maybe paying the fine is how I get the Thieves Guild? Is that how it works? Yeah, here we go.
Take this. It's from a friend.
What the hell? He looks like an alien.
Yeah. Like I said, I do not like a lot of the new character designs.
Hey, wait, I've got a new complaint.
You have my ears. Guards ear acquired. It's funny, I saved to kill that guy and then load, but I just decided to keep it. I was watching a stream when it played a video that then ended. Later I found out it was copyrighted despite others showing it on videos. Heil saying 9 Divines, he's like the Stephen Miller of Altmer. Who's Stephen Miller? The stream ended to be... No, I gathered what you were saying, Enderai. Like, if it's a copyright block, the stream goes down. But this isn't a copyright block, that's just a copyright claim. There's a difference.
I mean, when music gets copyrighted, they typically just give the money to whoever owns the song.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what that's why I don't really give a shit about copyright on my streams. Like, as long as it doesn't get blocked, they'll then it's fine. You know, as long as they just play as long as they just put ads on it and they don't block it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's start the arena quest line.
I don't know who you are, friend, but you've got about 10 seconds to tell me what you're doing in my bloodworks before I lop your arms off. You what? You want to be a combatant? Look at you! My granny could beat you, and she's dead!
I like this guy. Grand, I still don't like his new design. Like, Grand, I know that they all looked kind of like, all, like, the Red Guards kind of looked the same in Oblivion originally. And this guy looked a lot like Boris, but with different hair, or Armand Kristoff, but with different hair.
Welcome to the arena, you filthy pit dog. You're free to fight so long as you know.
I like in Fallout 3 that they reuse like most of the like same 4 voice actors.
Well, yeah, you know, Oblivion does that.
I feel like that added to the style of the game. Like I feel like it
like,
just makes it more.
I'll say this: I do like that. I do like that in this they kept a lot of the original voices. Although I do know they did dub over some voices. So I wonder if like some of the fuck ups are going to be left in. Like I know they replaced the Cliff Racer song and made it less funny.
Oh.
Like, you know that one where the guy's like, fly in the sky. They made it so he's like less like manic when he sings it, so it just sounds like more normal. Like it's still like the same lyrics, but they changed like the pacing of it.
Mm-hmm. Just.
No, I did not mean to drop that. That's fine. Whatever. I don't care.
I think I'm dumb. I think I'm dumb.
That made my raiment darker when I put the arrows on. What the hell?
So, what else was on my mind? I mean, I could tell you some...
Horizons, how about this? If you do get something on your mind, you say it.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. In original Oblivion, when you what's the word? When you were over encumbered, you couldn't move, right? Like Morrowind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's like Fallout, where you can move, but you can't like run.
Thank God. That's one thing I hate about like Bethesda games is when I'm over encumbered again, especially in Morrowind, because there's almost nothing you can do about it sometimes. It's like no matter how much items you get rid of.
Especially if you're taking like strength damage.
Yeah, like it's such a pain in the. If I don't have potions, I just can't do anything. I just have to be there and like find a new old save.
Arena quest line is best free money early game. Yeah. You don't have ads on your stream? Yeah, right now I don't, but the claim will come later, Enderai.
Oh, yeah, because the theme at the beginning?
Well, yeah, that too. It is going to get claimed for the Friends theme. That is also true. But I did play part of the Gaston song from Beauty and the Beast.
You know, the classic Beauty and the Beast, the original from, like, the 90s is great. The 2017 remake, though, sucks.
Well, no shit. And, the original is great because Gaston's the good guy. It's a tragic movie where the good guy loses.
Also, just old Disney
Renaissance movie I like is
old princess, like honestly, old Disney princess movies are like for the most part pretty good.
Yeah, most of them are pretty good. I don't get why people fucking get on Kanto. That movie's fucking overrated.
I wasted a spell of Chameleon, but whatever.
Also, is overrated too.
Oh, the Grey Prince is actually gray in this one. That's kind of cool.
I think Oblivion,
granted, he was kind of a grayish green originally, but now he's like more gray.
When Oblivion originally came out, I think he was rated T, but when people found him in adult content,
I don't like his face though.
Allow me to introduce myself.
But when I was originally gonna say Oblivion was originally rated T, but when the people found mods to make stuff, it got rated to M.
Well, yeah, because people found out that in the game's coding there were topless female models.
especially one who isn't here.
That's
just to kill the
stupid though. That's not even part of the main game.
Yeah, and they literally had to mod it to get it, but they were required to like re-rate a M because of that.
Same thing with hot coffee. Look what happened, you know?
I mean, if that's what they got in trouble for, wait until then Bully should probably be rated M.
Yeah. But also, you know, like for instance, like people would mod in the hot coffee mod, which was in the game's coding too. That wasn't in it, which is what made San Andreas temporarily rated AO for like until they like patched it out.
And show the world that an orc can be noble in blood as well
as
which again, it's stupid. It's something you literally had to mod the game for.
could help me.
But they still rated it.
Bully has a similar thing in its code.
City, but I was born elsewhere.
What Bully does? Because Bully's only rated
Lord Leviticus and resided
Bully's rated E10 and up.
No, it's T.
Oh, it is T?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lord and my
It's basically a PG-13 Grand Theft Auto, but with an out.
I was the result
Honestly, it's a little. I think it's riskier than Grand Theft Auto with its.
In some ways, yeah.
and threatened to kill
Hi,
both my
Digger.
mother and me.
How are you?
Who's that?
What the hell? Hey, by the way, Willard, we are live on YouTube.
Oh shit! Sorry about that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is this new Oblivion?
Yeah.
Hey,
My
looks
mother
nice.
died recently.
I'm not the biggest fan of
Before
some of the
she
character
passed,
designs
She
personally.
gave me this key
I can see that
and
orc,
told
and he
me
looks
it
like a
would
fucking gross
unlock
aboriginal.
the truth
So I
at the
agree.
place of my
Well, this is the Great Prince.
Crowhaven.
Like he looks weird to me in this.
Crowhaven is a
Like all of them
ruined
do.
fort far
Like
to
and
the
like
west
to
of
me,
the
like
world.
I don't know if they
I know
like
myself.
I'm not saying they
But my
used AI,
training
but
regimen doesn't
the
allow
faces and the animations give like a quality that makes me think of that. You know what I
My
mean?
friend, you
The
must
only
travel
good
to
orcs are the
Crowhaven
ones from
and
40K,
use the
my
key
man.
to unlock
I'm gonna say it's
whatever
AI.
it is
I
that
think it
proves
is.
my birthright.
It might be. I'm
Find
just
this proof
Oh,
and
you're
return it
fucking
to
humans.
me, and
I'm
I'll
not
share
sure.
with
That's
you
why I
some
haven't
of
committed
my
to it.
finest
But
combat techniques.
I'm just saying it has that quality
You
to
can't
it. You
learn
know?
these moves in a book.
Nice water for the night. I just want them to remake the first 3 Elder Scrolls now.
I want them to stop making remakes.
I mean, with Daggerfall.
Okay, yes,
Arena,
I agree. Daggerfall and Arena, remake them. Yes, absolutely.
those are antiqued.
I actually hate, like, I've never played Arena, but I fucking hate playing Daggerfall, which sucks because I really want to like Daggerfall.
I played a little bit.
I wish they could just remake them in the style of Morrowind and then remake the first 2 Fallouts in the style of 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Do maybe I don't want to say remake Fallout 1, but at least do a huge update on it to make it user friendly.
Fallout 1 is a chore to play. I also hate play. I did a whole video on this not that long, like just earlier this
Yeah,
week.
I heard. I was listening to that when I was riding my bike.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And a similar game to the old Fallouts is one. I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Star Control 2.
I think I've heard the name.
I've heard of it.
Sugar's not here anymore. Super. That's Willard.
Yeah, I'm the new kid on the block.
Yeah, somebody better for commentary than Sugar.
Yeah. Someone who, if I tell we're live, knows not to say shit that could get the stream taken down.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm always looking for one alive anyways,
like,
you know?
like Sugar is incapable of that. It's so infuriating. Like,
I was there when he's on the Halo stream.
yeah, and like, don't elaborate, but you know.
Yeah.
You know, I had a lot of shit happen in my family,
played Fallout 2?
but
I
I
have not
can't
played
describe
Fallout
it right now because it's gonna be so much shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. You don't gotta say nothing.
Yeah, like, you know, Horizons, there is nothing ever that has ever obligated you to share anything at all that you don't want to.
Horizons, I don't know why you insist on sharing like any embarrassing information about yourself or your family.
No, it's not embarrassing stuff from me. It's just
I'm not
my
embarrassing
family.
or sad. Like I don't, not about you. I'm saying in general, just about you or your family. You don't have to bring it up.
Yeah,
I
you don't have
know
to,
why
like,
you bring up-
granted, like, if you have an interesting story that's fun, yeah, sure, tell us, but you don't have to even do that.
But like, you don't have to tell us about anything depressing with your family or you.
Yeah.
Like I think some stuff you share like, goes a little too far.
Yeah, like there is a certain degree of, like, everyone has, like, drama in their family life and has some you know, things that aren't the greatest.
Yeah.
And there's some stories I won't tell you guys just because of how fucked up it is.
Good.
I'll tell you one thing. At work, there was a crackhead customer I have, and he was walking in, and he said, oh, I forgot to tell you, you have nice energy coming out of you. I said, okay, what kind of energy do you have? You should have positive energy. And he started talking about my family being one half of my problems and some other garbage. And I asked, well, I'm always with my family. He said, you know what I'm talking about, and he runs out of the door.
What the hell?
I'm not even joking about that. I've dealt with a few strange people in my business.
I mean, I
when I worked at
about the time that a food fight happened when I was at a
yeah, you did that for a Tales from the Drive-Thru, yeah.
One time
there's another one that Redeye hasn't done yet, but it's a school situation that happened.
Yes, I've recorded it, but I have not uploaded it yet. Correct.
Willard, one time when I was working at Dollar General, there was like this lady that got mad. Okay, so you know how like at Dollar General they give you a register key to work with the register?
I don't work at there, so.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, but when you work in retail, you know.
Yeah, if you're working in retail, yeah, maybe. But...
Yeah, man. Yeah,
but like they didn't give me the register key though. Like one of the first jobs they put me on working at the Dollar General is the register, but they never gave me the register key. And the only girl that had the register key at the Dollar General literally left to go like have sex with her boyfriend or something. And I didn't find out that that's what she left. I didn't find out until later that she left to just go have sex with her boyfriend.
That is fucking.
But I was left at the Dollar General without the register key, and this lady, I had to keep this lady waiting for like a long time because I didn't have the register key and I couldn't open the register. And she got really mad and said, I don't know why I keep coming. It's like, every time I come here, I have problems. And I was like, well, then why do you keep coming here? And she was like getting really mad. And she like went into the bathroom for a while. And then like later on, I found out that she took a shit on the bathroom floor. And then when my coworker came back, I made her clean it up.
Yeah, it's the ladies' room. You don't need to go in there. Not your problem.
I'll go in the ladies' room.
That's literally what I said. I was like, well, it's a lady shit, so I can't clean that.
Jesus, man.
Come on, it's literally her fault. Look at this, I'm clipping through the fucking wall here.
Yeah, I just saw that.
It's like old physics, like, with new art. Kind of like a similar thing happens in Halo Anniversary, where you can like clip through parts of the map that they added in aesthetically. Like they'll put like pipes on the wall that weren't originally there, but since it's using the old physics, there's no what's the word? There's nothing actually there. It's just a visual thing in new graphics is what I was getting at.
Yep. Yeah, like this whole fucking life, we always go through circumstances. I remember one time when my aunt came in from New York City, and we go to get some pizza, right? And after we get out, there's this homeless. It's summer weather, right? There's a homeless old dude with a beard, and he's got a trench coat, and he's jiggling a toothbrush up and down. I ask him, "Sir, are you holding a toothbrush?" He responds, "Yeah."
Why did that not work?
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I used that fucking. I used tower key on this lock, but it didn't fucking work.
I hate.
There's like too many crazy people.
I like the lock picking, but
I suck at this.
I don't mind the lock picking, but tower key lets me do average locks and below, so I was like not having to do this.
Yeah, I never understood like how to do this. But
it's really simple to understand. You just got to get the thing to like when it sticks, you push A, like that. Like when it goes like.
Yeah, when it sticks all the way there, yeah, I know that, but sometimes it fucks up. Like just like that right there.
Well, yeah, you got it's all about timing. Like once you actually get it right, you need to push A quick, or else you'll fuck up.
Oh.
Like this, right? Like, see, it's not sticking there, so you got to get it to stick.
Yeah, you got.
It's stuck there,
really
but I didn't push A quick enough, so you got to push A as soon as you notice it sticks.
Oh, so it's like how those ribbon things in the fucking Mario games are like. You got to hit it just at the right time, then.
See, right there, I'm not pushing A, but I'm getting it to where I should. I'm just not reacting quick because I'm talking, so it's, like, distracting me.
Yeah, I'll stop.
No, it's not. No, keep talking. It's a shit show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, I hate when certain games have this rhythm you gotta do shit with at times. Like, yeah. Like the end of fucking the old Dragon Guard, if you ever played that, the last boss was just a rhythm game. Like a real borderline impossible rhythm game.
Son of a...
That's how
Man, the platforming in Doom games just really pisses me off.
That's new to me.
Gosh darn it. I can't even, I'm not even gonna bother doing this shit. Like, the platforming in the first Doom game is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Where's that journal? I know there's a journal in here that I need to pick up.
Is that Porky Pig sodomizing Harley Quinn?
Yes! Well, I drew it.
Yeah, he drew it. Yeah, Chisu commissioned it and Corbin drew it.
How come she's so skinny if Chisu asked for it?
Because Corbin drew it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's not like he paid him, he just asked him to draw it, so Corbin drew it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I want to draw more stuff with Harley Quinn. A classic Harley Quinn is really hot.
Got Harley Quinn with Consuela. We got a deal.
With Consuela?
Yeah, as Consuela.
Oh, as Consuela?
As Consuela? How's that gonna work?
Now, is that gonna be... Is that
Harley Quinn outfit?
Yeah, or is it Harley Quinn and Consuela's outfit?
Yeah,
no, Consuela and the Harley Quinn outfit would be funny.
Consuela as Harley Quinn. There, done. No, Senor Joker, not dear Batman.
That would be funny. No.
Yeah, you do it better than that.
Joker, he's not here, no.
Senor Joker is not here, Mr. Miserable Batman.
No.
You know, there's an episode of Family Guy. Where Joe goes to the Fortress of Solitude, and Consuela comes out and goes, "Oh no, Mr. Superman not here."
Yeah.
No, I've been watching Family Guy again. I'm currently on volume 6 of the DVDs.
Nice.
You know, I really hate that, like, all of the, like, Rule 34 hentai-related stuff about Harley Quinn is all, like, with the new design.
Yeah.
Like there's, like, hardly any of, like, classic Harley Quinn, when, like, classic Harley Quinn is, like, clearly way hotter.
Thank you for telling this to me. Never asked, but thank you.
That's nothing. You should see what Spencer posted in the other server.
Yeah, oh my god.
In Jerkistan? Let me look.
No, not that server.
No. Oh. No, the other server.
Is that the one server?
No, it's not one that you're in.
Oh, never
It's
mind.
like it was a server that was made so we could watch like Yoritsuki Doji or something.
And then we just ended up watching it here anyway.
Yeah.
Just made a server just to watch it.
Well, yeah, because I have a no porn rule in this server.
You break your own rules.
Well, yeah, exactly, and I do. Like we've watched Yoritsuki Doji in here.
There's some things in that whole franchise that I'll never forget. Period.
I love Yoritsuki Doji. It's great.
I know. Like, remember in the 2000s?
Part 3 is my favorite.
The lady blows up into like a thing of organs and blood because the octave fucking tentacles were violating her that bad.
Are you talking about when he Granted, there wasn't tentacles in that, but are you talking about the nurse when he fucks her and she explodes?
Yeah, that was it. I think I'm remembering it wrong.
Yeah, and he's like pussy after 3,000 years.
Oh, there's like one. I don't know if you heard about it. It's called Magical Twilight.
No.
It's like a free episode, OVA hentai or whatever. It's like a magical thing, but you know how that's gonna turn out at the same time. That one was like fucking balls to the wall.
This is where the Grey Prince is gonna hate himself, and then he's not gonna fight back when I fight him now.
The Fresh Prince of the Greenskin for it.
This is wonderful news. The words of Lord Leviticus himself. Perfect. Ah, I believe I owe you something, eh? Here, let me show you these moves.
What's your favorite anime,
Elder
Willie?
Scrolls. Honestly, I do have it playing.
I am a huge fan of stuff like Fist of
You'll
North
need
Star
them
and
if you
Battle
want to
Angel
last more
Alita.
than 5 seconds.
Even that really
against me
catches
in
my
the
interest,
arena.
Mr. Shrimp.
Now,
Honestly, my favorite race to play in Elder Scrolls games now are like Dark Elves.
Interesting.
Yeah, Dark. You want to beat a Dark Eldar?
Dark Elf is like.
Oh, I know.
I like Dark Elves.
Yeah, Dunmer are cool.
I'm the son of a vampire. I'm a prince. I'm the spawn of evil. I thought my father was a noble.
Honestly, I like as fun as like, oh yeah, the human race is the superior race or whatever. Like, I like playing different races in Elder Scrolls games is pretty fun.
I never played Breton ever in my life.
No, because Bretons suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always would. I play Nords if I'm gonna play a human.
Yeah, Imperials are okay with the money thing, but
Here, kid.
I think Nords
Hey,
is
so
the
you're not a
best.
complete loser. Don't get cocky.
what about Red Guards?
Like my favorite races to play in Elder Scrolls are Dark Elf, Nord, and Khajiit.
It's funny because like I often play Imperial. I'm playing an orc in this because I tried to remake Kolok, my original Oblivion character, but again he doesn't look quite right. I mean it captures the spirit in some regards, as I said, but
I wish they gave the orcs like better muscles, like for a proper wah.
Oh, yeah, well look, just look at this handsome boy. Hold on.
He looks like Laura Loomer. After the operation, I don't know. Oh yuck! It's got spider head. Is that sexy red?
I hate when stuff gets removed from Game Pass.
Yeah.
I have to buy Undertale and I have to buy the Warhammer bolt gun.
I need to play both of them.
Well, Corbin, just have Sugar pay you for some commissions and do that.
I'm almost done with the Spaceman game. I just got done playing that. Not done. I always just love how violent and bloody it is after so many years.
Yeah, I'll draw basically anything somebody asks if they're gonna give me money for Game Pass and like put money on a what are those give me an Xbox gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll download Classic Oblivion since you're playing the remake. Oblivion. 6 gigabytes, hell yeah, way better than what the fuck? How many gigabytes is this?
This is 100.
Won't even tell me because it's.
This one's 124. The original's only 6.
Hey, I actually can play it with cloud games.
Well, you can't play this one though, Corbin, because you don't have a Series X.
I can play that because I have cloud games.
If you try it, it will say this game only works on Series X. Like Corbin, it doesn't work on Xbox.
I can play it.
Okay, try it. Try and play it.
I'm literally playing. It was coming up. Yes, I'm playing it right now.
The remake.
Yeah.
You're full of shit. No way.
Launching with cloud gaming. Cloud gaming can play the newer console games that just sucks.
No, but Corbin, like it's literally a game that doesn't work on series on the older ones.
It's cloud gaming. You don't download it with cloud gaming.
No, but it's still not supposed to work. What the fuck?
It's like an inferior version of it. That's how it works. Cloud gaming is like the alternative. Cloud gaming is like the only way you can play the new games on Xbox. On Xbox One. Like that's the whole point of cloud gaming. It's like an inferior way to play it, where you need an internet connection to play the game.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're no longer a pit dog.
I hate it when gaming.
I could do that. I could do that. I could play Scorn. I could play this. I can play the new Warhammer games. I can play any of the new games with cloud gaming.
Okay, Brawler, you know the.
Do you have any of the Dawn of War games on Steam?
No, I don't.
Oh, damn! They just made a while ago. They made a mod for the Soulstorm specifically. There's like a bunch of new.
I'm not gonna use cloud gaming though because that takes a shit ton of internet to do it. It fucks up everything on my Xbox. But yeah, it literally started where I could it literally started me with the choose your brightness and all that shit.
Huh. But you wouldn't be able to install the game though, right?
Yeah, obviously I can't install the game.
Okay, like even if you had the room, it just
cloud
doesn't
gaming
work.
just lets you play it with internet. And it's like really slow and fucks up all the time on cloud gaming. Like it's a laggy, glitchy mess. Man, I really wish that I could play Undertale.
That game brings back good memories.
Well, Corbin,
I could play Lisa.
I could gift you a gift card if it'll shut you up.
That would be pretty cool.
That Raymond.
So Undertale's on the Xbox now?
Yeah, it has been for a while. For years now at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember.
That's the only play I have. That's the only way I have played it.
Originally it was on Steam, and then it was on GOG, and then they made like a PS4. Then they made like a Switch version.
Yeah, the Xbox. Yeah, so yeah, that's correct. That's the order of release. The Xbox is the latest version, and like the dog shrine is different in every version. Like the dog shrine isn't in the PC version, but in the PS4, it's just one where you just dump a bunch of money in order to get achievements. Like you literally just pay your in-game gold for achievements because Toby Fox just wanted to make the achievements like stupid and pointless and tedious. And then in
I can play Stalker. I can play Stalker 2 with cloud gaming.
But then in
well.
the Switch version, they actually made it so that the dog shrine is a secret boss fight where you fight Mad Mew Mew, so the Switch version actually has the coolest version of the dog shrine. Then the Xbox replaces the dog shrine with an in-game casino.
That's actually interesting.
Yeah.
There's another game that I remember that I played sometime after Undertale. I did way back in 2016. It's called OFF. O-F-F. Maybe you heard.
Can you not play Undertale on Xbox? Oh, you can. I have. Super. We were just saying we can.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Off? You mean the game that? You mean like the old computer game?
Yeah, no. Off is like a game from like 2007. Helped inspire Undertale with seriousness.
Good job,
yeah, because it's like one of those Earthbound-inspired games.
Yeah, it doesn't really have that many similarities to Earthbound for me personally, except the baseball bat thing.
I have not gotten like.
But I just mean like it's from that era of like computer games that was like inspired by Earth.
Yeah, you can see, you can see even more so in games like Yummy Nikki and Undertale.
Well, Chip, I wasn't offering you a gift card. I was only offering Corbin a gift card. Chip's like, I'd like a gift card. I'm only making the offer to Corbin.
How about me? I want a gift card. Give me a gift card. I wish this
just makes me think of those old videos where like little kids would be like, want to win my new gift card giveaway? Like in the comments.
Yeah.
Actually, Earthbound thing.
Do a gift card giveaway. I want a gift card.
If you remember, we did a parody of that, like all those fucking like awful gift card giveaway things. We did a parody of that in Sarge and Friends, where Sarge was like, want to join my free gift card giveaway?
Yeah. Back to what I was saying with the whole Earthbound inspired
bias. Damn circus, there's bias. Obviously, I'm biased in favor of Corbin than people in the chat.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Okay, so you made it to Bloodletter, which is more than I can say for most people.
I'm not like them, but I can pretend. Damn it. I don't want to fucking download Skyrim if I can't get mods.
A Skyrim job. I never played.
Damn, I wish I could get Elden Ring. 37 gigabytes though.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy that this is fucking 124 gigabytes compared to the original's fucking 6?
You know something about, at least with Doom Dark Ages, when it comes to, it's gonna come to Game Pass. So at least when it comes to Game Pass, I'll be able to play it on cloud. You know what? I'll download Doki Doki Literature Club again. I mean, it's literally only 3 gigabytes.
Yeah. Oh, that game doesn't really. That game never really seemed appealing to me.
Do you guys prefer Oblivion or Skyrim?
SML, for example, would used to say the funniest comment would win.
Oblivion, easy.
Yeah. I guess Oblivion.
Yeah, like best Elder Scrolls is Morrowind.
Oblivion and Morrowind. I mean, Morrowind's the best, but Oblivion and Morrowind are both like clearly better than Skyrim.
Well, I'm like, look, this remake is fun to play.
But I still love Skyrim because of
the dragon shouts.
Well, and look, I'll say this: this remake is fun to play because it is literally just like the gameplay is largely just the old Oblivion gameplay, but like with a couple of tweaks. Like this just feels like playing Oblivion just with visuals that aren't as charming to me.
Like, even though like I do obviously like Morrowind and Oblivion more than Skyrim. Skyrim's still awesome. I still love that it's like a game about the Nords.
And although Skyrim was the start of a lot of trends that did kind of fuck up with later Bethesda. Like, to be fair, it's a trend that had been going for a while. Like, once Todd took over, a lot of his is like, what can I cut? Like, that kind of became his thing to like cut out features and stuff to try and make it more simple and streamlined. Which is why, like, you know, Oblivion has like less armor layers and stuff than Morrowind. But then Skyrim, like, completely overdid that. Where it's just, like, you get, like, what, helmet, armor, boots, that's it? If even that? I don't even know if it's that. Is it that?
Jesus.
Oh, I need to play a game to completion so I can delete it off my fucking thing and then download a different game. What should I do? A game I can just focus on until I beat it. I mean, I did start Doom 3, but I honestly, I just need to play Doom 3 on normal difficulty, even though normal difficulty is too easy. Like, it's either too easy on normal difficulty, and then I go to hard, it's way too hard.
Yeah.
I wish that they did it with, like, a slider. Like, all games should do a difficulty slider.
You know, Oblivion used to have a difficulty slider, but now it just has regular, like, difficulties that you assign, like, with names.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Because Morrowind also has a difficulty slider.
Like, why would you make it... Like, difficulty slider is literally perfect.
Soho Red Mirage for the PS1. That's a fucking loaded game.
You know, something I always found funny, though, people always said that, like, Oblivion's, like, level scaling was, like, really bad, but I never had a problem with it. Like, people always said, oh, combat gets really hard once you reach a certain level. I'm like, I literally have never had a problem with in Oblivion. What the hell are Jewish noises indeed, Chip?
No, you freak away. Don't make me rub my hands.
Well, do you watch my videos?
Oh, I just watched your newest one. Yeah, I kind of halfway watched it. But the question is, do you watch my videos?
Get a move on.
No, show them to me.
Okay, I'll show you the Tommy
Send them to me.
Pickles one. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Have you seen any of my Sopranos related videos or my SpongeBob gets blackpilled by Mussolini?
What the fuck?
I like how Horizon's
Have you seen
because we're
SpongeBob
not...
gets blackpilled by Mussolini? That one's one of my favorites.
Let me give you the video that my pal recording gave to me.
Corbin, you see how Horizon's like left, and then in the chat he's like, if we're gonna watch YouTube, if we're gonna do YouTube poop reactions, I'm down. Like he left because of that. Like, because he wants to do that. It's like, dude, I didn't really want to do that to begin with. I wanted this to be one where we chat. And also where I play Oblivion, because that's what ended up happening. That wasn't my original plan, but I think it worked out really well. I actually think this is actually turning out to be a pretty good shit show, if I say so myself.
Jerk, I gave you a nice little DM just now.
I think it's funny that Horizons will, like, DM me about, like, instead of just bringing up what he wants to say in chat. Like, in the voice call we're in.
Well, it's funny, because, like, he He's like the opposite of Sugar Booger. Horizons has like too much of a filter. He's like really worried about it. Unless it's talking about really personal shit, in which case sometimes he says too much.
No surprises with this next.
Yeah, I don't know why he tells me stuff about like his family or
Or
things in his life. Or,
yeah.
Yeah, where it's just bringing it up out of nowhere, like.
Chip says he loves your Sopranos videos, Corbin.
Good. Because there's definitely going to be more of them. Because that's literally half of the ideas I have are about Sopranos videos now.
Yeah.
Because I think it's fine. I don't care if half my videos end up being about Sopranos, because Sopranos is awesome.
Well, and the thing that I like, Corbin, is your channel is like AI slop, but funny AI slop.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's the problem. Like, the problem with a lot of AI slop is that, like, it's like, you know, it's just like fucking. It's like, you know, SpongeBob theories that they have ChatGPT make. But the thing is, they do it 100%, like, unironically, whereas yours are always, like, really stupid concepts most of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, your Fallout one was more of a normal one that I did, but, you know.
Yeah, if I, like, it was a good video, but if I did it, I would have had, like, had it be narrated in the style of, like, Xavier Renegade Angel.
I just wanted to see what it would come up with, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I actually have, like, some ideas for specific, like, Fallout facts that I'd wanted to bring up for the next one.
Okay. Well, and the way I did it, I wanted it to specifically mention balls. Like, that was the main idea I had for the video. It's like, let's mention, like, the 3 drinks of the wasteland: Nuka-Cola, Sunset Sarsaparilla, and balls. And, like, I tweaked the dialogue a little bit when I was narrating it, because one of the things that it said was it said that it's not canon, but we still count it. And I changed the line from that to, there are people out there who say it's not canon, but what we call those people is not fun.
Mm-hmm. I did like that.
Also, there was a part where, also, it was...
And if we do enough episodes of the series, we can do, like, a compilation thing, like a 3-hour compilation of just Fallout facts.
Yeah. And, like, one of the things, though, it got something wrong with New Vegas, and I read it like it was, and then I was like, wait a minute. Because, like, it said in New Vegas you can find a crashed UFO with with dead aliens and a working blast. I'm like, you can find live ones, but whatever.
It's literally getting confused with Fallout 4.
You're a warrior.
Yeah.
I've seen the next.
But that's what happens with the AI. But I thought it was an alright video. I thought it turned out okay. There might have been some things I would have had it expand on, but I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was it's good for a fact video. If I'll make the future ones more humorous though. Day bow bow. Day bow bow. Oh.
See, I think this was actually...
Corbin,
the thing is, though, I think actually turning this into one where I also play Oblivion was actually a really good way to streamline it, because I was thinking of doing 3 streams, right? Like this, a Redeye Theater, like Oblivion, Redeye Theater, and the Shitshow. I wanted to do all 3. And combining those 2, I think, was actually the right move.
Yeah, and you know what? Tonight it doesn't matter how much I stay up, so...
Gotcha. Because, like I said, I know Spencer wants to do Red vs. Blue, but I know you also want to finish 10 Commandments, which so do I. But we are on the 2 best seasons of Red vs. Blue. There's never enough fucking time. That's another topic. Time. Time sucks. Fuck time.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, now since I've been doing more work with Grandpa, I haven't had time to do a lot of stuff I want to do. And, like, I already have, like, really bad attention problems.
Yeah, you sure do.
And I know I can't say that... You know, most people I know with the problems I have do Adderall.
You don't want to do that. That shit will fuck you up.
Yeah. Literally, though, when I did Adderall...
I do think part of the...
was, like, one of the times where I thought, like, way more clearly than I ever do.
I do think part of the problem, though, is your environment. Like, I don't think you're in a mentally stimulating environment and you get easily distracted because of that. I think that's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're fun, dude.
Yeah, but it's not even just that. It's just that he has to like the work he does, the amount of work he does, and so the lack of free time, and then all the shit that's out there, like as far as like YouTube content, like shorts and stuff, fuck up things.
Yeah, well, I think just having, just standing around my grandpa a lot is like really dulled. Like I can't think in just like long continuous. Like I used to be able to have long, what do you call it? Like just one long continuous thought I can run on for a while. But now like it's like I can't think as clearly as I used to be able to.
All right, I need to level up, so I need to go find a place to level up.
Level up.
You should do a video on who's the gayest in Sopranos. I mean, Vito.
That's kind of obvious. Who's the gayest character? Maybe the one that fucks a dude.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Welcome to Mars.
Okay, maybe Carmela's not that gay.
I'll have it set up.
Okay, maybe Carmela's not that gay.
Personal. Need this to access all areas. Get clearance for any security zones. Download directly. Important, so don't lose it. I see here.
You know what's weird is I think movies actually help me think better.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because Corbin, they're long-form things that keep your attention.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Like after I watch a movie, I always like get a lot more ideas than I usually do.
All right, then you're up. Listen farewell and tell your friends.
I also have a problem when I watch movies. Like I'll get like so many ideas while I'm watching the movie. I have to pause and like let myself think before I can keep watching. That way, it keeps my attention. So like a 2-hour movie might take me like 4 to 5 hours to watch because I keep pausing it to think about what I just watched.
No, but I get, like, attention spans in general are a thing that is falling as a society as well. Like, the problem is, in this day and age, it's really hard to maintain a consistent attention span. Like, I myself have problems with it at times, and, like, there are times, like, mental fog is the most frustrating fucking thing ever.
Yeah, I hate that. Honestly, I'd rather be thinking too fast and getting really distracted than have mental fog.
Yeah.
Authorized by them.
Like, mental fog is the worst thing in the world to me. I just hate it. It feels like I'm not even really myself.
Yeah.
Don't worry. One more match is all you.
And that's what, like I feel like if I don't just, like, if I'm not getting enough caffeine and nicotine, I just can't think straight.
Get him. They simply can't handle life. They're exhausted and overworked. If I had a larger, more comfortable, bigger budget.
One more match.
Your next she'll come. I'm afraid you'll get more until my report is filed with the board. I will full access.
That's why I kind of hate
Delta. I won't.
that. Like, people are always telling me not to do the things that fucking are the only ways I can keep myself without from being retarded. Nothing.
We were just talking about attention spans and how bad they are and mental fog.
Certain playing parts, like losing ambition in something. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, well that's pretty common too. Yeah, no, like staying motivated is tough too in this day and age. I agree.
Every time when there's something intro that catches my eye, like an album for a song, I said, okay, I want to listen to something else. And then like months later, I said, oh, I remember this other album.
I hate that I can't get immersed in video games the way I used to be able to, just because I have so much, like, I think work has, like, ruined a lot of enjoyment I get out of art.
Like,
well, it's like if I work too much and then I start playing video games, it's just like it becomes more dull. Like I just get used to the repetitive pattern of work.
Yeah. No, it's like that over here when I'm working.
Gladiator.
I'll read some part of a book I'm reading.
Listen up. This next match is an outrage. There are Argonian.
That gets
I don't know what.
today.
It makes me mad. I never can just finish a video game anymore. Like, I keep having to restart because I keep getting fucking distracted and brain fog, and I just, if I feel like I'm not enjoying the game I'm playing, I can't fucking continue it. Like, if I get too distracted by something else while I'm playing a video game, it's just like, that's it. The immersion's broken. I can't enjoy it anymore. I have to restart.
Yeah, I'm like that with certain games. Myself, like maybe it's like a certain RPG. That's like Dog Egg. I sometimes I forget to save it. Fuck, I don't want to do this again. That game gets pretty fucking repetitive with the dungeons. That's pretty alright.
I mean, that's one thing I've been liking about replaying Fallout 3 is it's something that is like nostalgic for me, and it's something that I have it's just Fallout 3 is like the one game I can play and just enjoy it every time I play it. It doesn't fucking.
Yeah, I fucking love Fallout 3. I like how in each RPG game, especially with an open world, where you do one new thing from one old thing.
Wait, that's
just like the best way for me to be able to get back my mental clarity is get a shower, smoke something with nicotine, and drink caffeine, and then I can fucking. That really helps me a lot, and that gets back kind of a similar feeling that I got from doing Adderall for the first time. Like,
what dosage were you on?
What is it?
What strength were you prescribed?
The yellow. You ain't gonna.
What do you mean?
Like the Adderall, how many milligrams?
Yeah, milligrams.
Oh, I took like I don't know. I took like 3 pills and put them in my.
No, I'm not.
He doesn't know the numbers.
You don't remember? Right. You think it was a higher or low dosage?
I just took like 3 in like a Coke.
Like like wasn't there like a thing in Canada where Adderall got banned because it like gave kids heart attacks or something? Didn't something like that happen?
I think Jason would know something like that.
Yeah, well, he hasn't rejoined the server yet. Granted, he hasn't asked me for an invite. I'll give him one if he asks for it.
Oh, he left?
Yeah, he does this sometimes.
Oh, he pops in.
But he did add me back on his new account. So
yeah,
why didn't he add me back? I thought he was bigger friends with me.
It's funny. He asked me for hybrids, Shisu's, and Horizons usernames, not yours.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell? That offends me.
Yeah, anything about the arrow.
I can give you his username so you can message him and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I will. Hold on. Yeah, I'll do that later.
So, Jerk, back to the were you even prescribed it, or you just somebody give it to you, or what?
Yes, he was prescribed it. You were prescribed it, Gordon.
Yeah, I was prescribed it.
Conversation. I think honestly, I think certain Andy will fuck you up worse than.
No, like it was like. I mean, it wasn't good. I mean, like it was. Well, I don't know how to explain. Like I started throwing up, and like I started getting really sick eventually, and I stayed up like too long.
That is extreme as fuck.
But like it was the first bit of it was a good experience. Like it was because I watched Fight Club for like the first time. And it was the perfect time to watch Fight Club, because like Fight Club, the whole thing is like, oh, he stays up every night, and he's like losing his mind, and like it's like a very fast, like cut kind of movie. So it was kind of like the perfect movie to watch at the time, and it, like, if I had any other first experience with Fight Club, it wouldn't have been the same. Like it was kind of the perfect time to watch Fight Club.
This is a little bit different, but I saw Death Note at the perfect time. Like I was like a teenager with like a really like strong like sense of like justice and stuff, so like Death Note really vibed with me at that point.
I mean, yeah, when I watched Death Note for the first time, it was I was like a teenager, and I was like really obsessed with like serial killers and stuff like that. So it was like it was a good time for me to watch watched that. And Clockwork Orange 2 was like around the same time I watched Death Note for the first time. You know, it was just a good time. It was like when I was like obsessing over like Jeffrey Dahmer and like
Jeffrey Bob Dahmer.
But Light Yagami, like I honestly, is like I thought, like it's cringe to look back now and be like, oh yeah, I love Dahmer and Light Yagami and like this and that. But
the first yellow team,
like it's still like I do have a nostalgia thinking of that kind of stuff. I miss how like that stuff used to make me feel, and like how now like I'm just kind of like bored and just kind of bored of everything in general. I'm just can't. It's hard for me to work myself up into a mental state where I can enjoy things the way I used to be able to. It really aggravates me. I wish I could just keep that same sort of exhilarating kind in curiosity that I had when I was younger.
Yeah, you know, that's what happens when you get grown up. Everything's all dull.
Yeah, it is part of aging, unfortunately, a lot. But again, I do also think it is largely due to your environment as well.
Well, that too.
But
I live in an ordinary suburb of anywhere else. You know,
well, I'm not even just saying that because he's in a rural area. I'm just saying because he works all the fucking time and doesn't have enough of his own free time or money, you know?
No, what I'm saying is I'm relating to him on that.
Yeah.
I'm in a suburb. I work my fucking ass off 9 to 6. And
Yeah, I don't have anything to do, you know. It's just it's because I live out in the middle of nowhere, right? I don't have the license.
Like a motorcycle or something?
No, even if I did, I wouldn't be able to get anywhere with it.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a driver's license yet.
Oh fuck! What?
Yeah, because nobody will take me. Because it's hard to get people to take me driving.
Shit.
Like, because I have to be in the vehicle with somebody else.
Well, Corbin, I'd take you driving as long as you don't fucking crash it like some fucking people.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm bored out of my mind, I drive all countryside. It makes me feel good.
There are some really good times where like when you need to clear your mind if you just go for a drive. Going for a walk is good too. I like when I'm like really.
I mean, if I was feeling, I want to just start going to the mall and shit. That's like going to the mall.
See,
makes me feel good.
The mall doesn't really appeal to me that much anymore. It used to, because a lot of the stores that they used to... A lot of the good stores are just gone now.
Yeah, they got rid of...
So going to a mall and going into, like, the bookstore where you can look at, like, the manga and comics and just different books. They still have a lot of good books in, like, the bookstores at the mall. And you know, I like visiting the Hot Topic, even if it's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah, the girls at the Hot Topic were always nice to me.
Alright, so, like, with me, right, like, going to the, like, I'd rather go to, like an FYE or, like, a Barnes & Noble or something. Like, that's what I'd do. Well, FYE now isn't as good as it used to be. And, like, there's so few locations now. But, like, there used to be, like, a big one not that far from me. And that one had, like, a lot of cool shit.
There's FYE here in my areas, like, and they're understaffed and they got rid of some good shit. Right. You know, you know, it's not. It's decaying.
Well, that's the thing is, like, all the cool stores are like shit now too. Like GameStop isn't even really a game store anymore. It's like a toy store that happens to have games.
Yeah, it's merchandise.
I know about
it's a gaming merchandise store, if anything. Like, I really hate that, like, I have so many fond memories of going to GameStop, and they had, like, they would have systems that were, like, outdated, but, like, not super outdated, but, like, you know, GameCube, PS2, and shit like that when I was a kid, and I loved going to GameStop and getting them.
I'll tell you this, Corbin.
And when they had the original cases, like, you know how, like, GameStop had its own cases?
Yeah, with, like, the different artwork.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say, Corbin, when you're out here, there's some local game stores that sell like old retro games and stuff. I'll take you to some of those sometime.
Mhm. That'd be pretty cool.
Way to go, pork chop.
What I want to do is I just want to see the rest of the world.
I think I'm gonna have to. I really just feel like I need to get a shower so I can clear my head.
Gotcha. So before we do the Redeye Theater, you're gonna do that?
Yeah.
What's the movie?
We're still figuring that out. I think one of the options was we were going to watch the second half of Ten Commandments because we watched the first half on Saturday.
I know it doesn't make sense, but like if I get like dirty, it feels like it builds up, and like I feel like my mind fog like comes from like it's gonna sound insane, but like dirt entering my pores and into my brain.
That might be a possibility.
That's what it feels like the dirt like enters through my pores and fucking infects me. Maybe I'm just, like I feel like I do have like some.
Why the hell does this old lady look so young?
I mean, not like I'm not like a super clean freak or anything. My room's always a mess, but I do like have like those sort of repetitions and obsessions.
No, that sounds about right.
Like that, I would say it's more affects the way like it affects more just the way I like play video games, or like I wash my hands really repetitively.
Well, that's a compulsion right there.
Yeah.
I used to be like that. I used to be like super OCD about germs when I was a kid.
It's not even just about germs, but like the way my skin feels. Like
it's a compulsion.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, you feel.
Or like I notice that like, when I get like bits of hair on me, or if my hands or something feels like a little sticky or a little sweaty, it just gets really like I just hate the way it feels on my skin, and I have to wash it.
Well, it's also because you're doing like really manual like work and also like out in the sun all day and getting dirty.
And it feels like that really like. It's like small things like that. You wouldn't think that something like that would really take up a lot of your. Like you wouldn't think that would ruin your thoughts. Like you wouldn't think it would affect the way you think about things. But like just because it's those minor distractions build up to where you can't think straight.
Yeah. You know, you're one of the first people that I've ever spoken to that has been open about this obsessive compulsive behavior.
Really?
That I can think of.
Well, see, like, look, I love how the Grey Prince just stands there and takes it.
The way it annoys me most though is I think that is kind of just why I reset video games all the time, because I feel like my enjoyment of a video game has to be perfect. Like I have to be having the best experience with a video game, or I have to restart.
Corbin, are you playing something right now?
Yeah, I'm playing Doom 3.
Oh yeah, I can hear it over there.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that I keep restarting video games because I just can't enjoy them throughout the whole. Like I just can't enjoy the game unless it feels like one continuous thing. Like if I have to take too many breaks and do too much other stuff on the side, I just don't feel like I can enjoy it.
All right,
then
boys.
it loses the feeling of immersion. Like I wish I was like a Twitch streamer or some shit. Like I could make money just playing video games all day, because then I could actually enjoy playing video games. Because I just can't enjoy it if it's not a continuous thing.
You know, for me personally, if I was a paid streamer, that was my only source of income, dude. I'd switch to another profession.
I mean, maybe someday I can do something like that for as much as I want to do it. You know, I feel like there'd be more not like I don't have a capture card is the problem, and I don't mean for money. I just think that there would be more motivation, because if I feel like I've lost the immersion, or I've lost my attention, I can just rewatch the gameplay that I've done. You know what I mean? Like I can just rewatch the last video I did, and then get back.
Like the thing for me is, like games are meant to be fun, and if I personally do that, I feel like I'd become a sellout if I was getting paid to play a fucking computer game.
Yeah, I don't care about getting paid to do it. I just need something that creates some form of incentive to keep doing it.
All right, we're gonna.
And if I had a capture card and I recorded my gameplay, then I could look back at the old gameplay
and I can be like, okay, I feel, and it would re-immerse myself into the game because I could see myself doing it.
We're gonna get him to say the funny. Come on, say the line.
This is one of the ones where everybody was talking about how the redesign looked really bad, but I feel like this is one of the redesigns that doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
Like, he looks basically the same from the old game to me. Like, this is more what I was expecting with an Oblivion remaster.
Yeah. No, honestly, the Adoring Fan doesn't look that bad.
Yes. Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion.
Oh, it's the one.
Hey.
What the fuck? What's the... It's
So
supposed
I
to be a
was
monster.
listening to the shit show, and I agree.
What's that?
I was listening to the shit show, and I agree.
What thing
With
do you
what?
say?
What part?
About attention spans.
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
What do you
have a lot
specifically
of...
do with it?
Yeah, ADHD's a bitch.
Well, I don't know that I necessarily believe in ADHD, but that's a whole other topic.
I personally, I think it's real, but I think it's overdiagnosed.
That I could at least consider. Like, at the very least, if it is, like, I'm not going to deny that there's an issue with attention spans.
Dude, whatever it is, I have a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
I can't enjoy my life because of
They
my
wanted to
attention.
diagnose...
Like, whatever I need to help me with that, I want to do.
Yeah, they want to diagnose...
You just need structure, Corbin.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because it gets to a point where it's like I'm tired of blaming myself and hating myself for something that just isn't going to change.
Yeah.
Like, it gets very frustrating to be like, okay, so I'm a fucking moron. I can't pay attention to what I need to pay attention to. I'm a disappointment to my entire family because I can't just fucking do what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it. And it's just really annoying. If there was just something I could do to make it so I could just... Because it's like not like I'm not trying. I'm fucking trying the best I can. It's that it's that hard.
I have a lot of the same tendencies too. Like, whenever I try to watch something, I get distracted, even when it's not something that's not reflecting my personal life. I tune the thing I'm watching out, but instead of pausing it, I just keep it going.
Yeah, it's even worse when it's something you enjoy and you like doing, and you can't even pay attention to it or enjoy it anymore. Like, it's just like... I don't know, like, sometimes it makes life not worth living at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta find a new drive.
Like, sometimes I just feel like it would be the same if I was doing something I enjoy as it would be if I was just doing nothing.
I'll tell you this, like, one thing that does help clear my mind a lot when I'm fucking, like, stressing out or have a bunch of mental fog is going on a night walk.
Oh yeah, that is helpful.
Yeah.
Going out at night in general. Honestly, I feel like I probably should go out.
Yeah, you'll get a fresh...
I probably should step outside at some point tonight. Maybe we'll watch something for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep the shit show going. I am going to go. I did get the Adoring Fan, which was at one point going to be my end game, but
yeah, well, you know, I should probably get my shower while you're playing. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking like I might get dinner between this and the Redeye Theater, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, doing that while I'm in the shower would be just...
Don't expect YouTube audience.
What's that?
YouTube audience not to just a live stream.
Well, yeah, because we're going to do the shit show on Rumble.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, not the shit show. Not the shit show, the Redeye Theater, rather.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's really frustrating though to have something that you know is mentally, like, wrong with you, but still have people expect the same thing from you that they would expect anyone else. Like, I don't know, like, it just gets really frustrating, because people know that I have because people will know that I have the problem that I've always had, and then expect me to act differently, as if I'm going to fucking suddenly straighten out and focus the way I'm supposed to, when you know, I'm doing work every day outside with my grandpa, the same repetition every day, and nothing's changed. I still have the same problem. Like, if it's me, why am I not changing? Why am I not adapting the way I'm supposed to?
Maybe just talk out your problems.
They just won't care because it'll be like, oh well, you know, back in my day, I would get beat if I didn't do what I wanted. Maybe you know, it's like you're just because you don't get beat or something in your life, that's why you have these problems. Or it's like, oh well, back in my day, it was just more hard. You know, it'll be people that didn't even do the work I do in their own lives. Like, I feel like I actually do more in my life than the people that criticize me did in their childhood, or not their childhood, but they're young in their 20s. You know. Yeah. Like, people like just don't get it or something. I don't know.
Okay, I will say this painting looks pretty good.
I don't know, it just feels like I get tired of nobody wanting to empathize with me, but me having to empathize with everyone else.
Yeah.
Because it feels like I'm the only one that puts in the mental effort to actually care about what other people think and try and understand their perspective.
There is a point though, Corbin, where I don't think it's all just entirely like it's not entirely a you problem. Like, there are issues with and it's not even just the fact that mentality or like you being stunted mentally. There is also just a problem, I think, with expectations on you in general, even if you were completely cognizant.
Yeah.
Because just saying what I know from what I've seen, it looks to me like there is a lot of expectations that are kind of ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just frustrating as it would be. Because it seems like, I feel like I've been willing to give up as much as I can to be there for other people, and just nothing changes.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Rith? No, but I really like the canvas effect they added to this painting world.
And it's like, you know, and the worst part is just the way things are now with, like, the economy and stuff. People expect even more from you that I just wouldn't have been capable of in the first place. Like, I wasn't even capable of doing a lot of the work that I should have been doing beforehand, and now I have to have higher expectations.
Well, again, Corbin, also the problem is you weren't you weren't taught like proper skills. You were just kind of thrown and said, "Have at it," you know?
Yeah. That is also another thing that's really frustrating is... Damn it! These fucking shotgun demons are the fucking worst. Damn!
There was something on the canvas
Go
of my
on.
painting that I hadn't...
well, just like...
It looks somewhat like a troll.
You know, nobody... I just kind of hate that when you're a kid and your parents let you make your own decision, where it's like, where they're like, oh, they can hold it, you know, people let you make your own decision as a kid so they can hold it over you later, and they're like, well, I wanted you to do this, but you made the choice yourself, and it's like, I wasn't smart enough to make the choice myself, you should have just forced me. Like, it would have been just better if you forced me to do what I was supposed to. Like, it would have been better than letting me have the choice.
Well, like I said, Corbin, you just need structure.
Yeah, to be around
like I should have just been forced into like social situations and just told when I wanted to quit, just no, don't quit. You're not allowed. You have to go keep playing this sport. You have to stay in this social. You have to stay in this social program or in this social whatever. You know.
Yeah, and I think that actually is a problem with a lot of modernity is that, you know, people are too concerned with, like, you know, whether or not, you know, things like, we're worried about letting people do what they want and having feelings, when I think realistically there is a point where you do need structure and you do need to be told, no, you have to do this because that's just, you gotta learn those skills. Like, especially when you're young.
You know, I understand individualism being a good thing in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I understand freedom and individualism being good, but like when you're a kid, that's really not going to help you. You really need somebody to tell you what to do.
Well, I am at my core an individualist.
And not tell you what to do, but make you do what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like when you I am at my core an individualist in most regards. But the thing is as a parent and as like family, part of your responsibility in upbringing is to actually like help people, is to like prepare you for the world. And a lot of the time nowadays that just doesn't happen.
And the thing is, the reason individualism works for adults is because they had that as a kid. They had the structure and the parenting.
Right.
Because, you know, you're not really even it's kind of like you're not even a person yet until you have that discipline. You don't really know who you are until you have that discipline. To make you can't make the decisions yourself until you have that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to thank you.
Like, I think this whole just throwing kids into the world kind of parenting just doesn't work.
Yeah. And like there is a point sometimes where you do have to just kind of like let's say you're teaching them how to swim. You do kind of gotta, at some point, throw them in the water. But you also gotta be there to guide them and help them so they don't fucking drown.
What is it?
Anyway, I think that's enough Oblivion for now. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this shit show. Anyone else have anything else they want to contribute before I do?
Chicken tender.
Alright.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm surprised Guy never showed up for this. Anyway.